and we welcome you to New Year 2019, the biggest show of the year. N.E.W. has come to the castle. What a venue. And we're going to kick things off with the men's tag team championships. Well, the Eliminators have won this right to face Magnum Opus for the N.E.W. Tag Team Championships, and what a way to kick off the biggest show of the year, New Year 2019. What a bash it's gonna be, where it all begins anew. Can the Eliminators finally dethrone the defending, reigning World Tag Team Champions, Magnum Opus?
An incredibly stacked card here tonight, 10 extreme matches, 3 of which Vega is a part of here tonight, this being the first, hence why it is opening the show and not a junior championship.
Yeah, I think that has raised a few eyebrows, but you're absolutely right, Erwin. Vega, the monster, the marquee man of N.E.W., the current world champion. This is the first of 3 bouts tonight.
Will them all hate them? And this tag team have certainly made their strides here in New Extremes Wrestling, and no surprise they have brought their manager Snake to ringside here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Magnum Opus, some say they have redefined tag team wrestling. They really have changed the game in N.E.W. One of the most in-synced units, within the company's entire history, in my opinion. Vega, a man who will make history here tonight in the 3 matches that he will participate in the pay-per-view, which is a first for N.E.W., but he's one half of the tag team champions, so he's also, of course, defending his World Heavyweight Championship tonight against Razor Parsons. We're finally going to get to see that rematch, that tremendous main event for tonight, but also he's in the golden ticket final match, Erwin. I mean, could you imagine if Vega wins all 3? The tremendous amount of power that this group would once again hold.
180 days plus on this round of their tag team title, the second time of holding those belts. Indeed, the Eliminators, a very formidable team here, but we've seen Vega and Rick Weaver down opponents we were sure would beat Magnum Opus, would finally have their number.
They train together, Erwin. They travel together. They fight together. The masterminds, the monster, and the future. The marquee group of N.E.W. for a reason.
Interestingly enough, no sign of GBH here tonight. He's not scheduled to be on the card that I have in front of me. Perhaps taking the night off.
Well,
hang on, there he is. He's just come down to ringside. Just see him at the bottom of the ramp there.
Well, you know the icon, he likes to make his own entrance, but I heard that he'd met a really hot Swedish hand model, so perhaps that's what he's got his mind on tonight, considering he doesn't have a match.
Perhaps the less said about that, the better. Tag team title about to be on the line in our opening bout here.
What a way to kick this off. This could be
2019.
A tag team clinic between 2 of the absolute best that we have.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 468 pounds, Franco and Marty, the Eliminators. Franco, Marty, and their opponents, at a combined weight of 885 pounds, they are the Team Champions, the future Rick Weaver and Vader.
Champions in at nearly double the weight of their opponents here.
Yeah, I think the Eliminators weigh precisely 1 leg of Vega's, to be totally honest. The current tag team champions, one of the closest teams within the business that has been well documented. Rick Weaver has been focused entirely on this tag team belt by the direction of his manager as of late, and is going to kick this off. I did expect that. They're going to try and keep Vega as fresh as possible.
And again, this is a normal tag match, not elimination, as we would normally expect for a title defense here at N.E.W. That is due to Vega being in 3 matches, a modicum of kindness, if you will, the extremes Vega's going to have to go to defend his titles and indeed get an opportunity of getting that golden ticket. And I wonder how fatigued he will be by the end of the night.
Take down there. That stomp to Rick Weaver, who couldn't have asked for a tougher opponent to kick this match off with, trying to get him in the corner. Oh, hard elbow right to the skull.
Get both very technical wrestlers, both very good in their amateur
What a belly to belly. You're absolutely right. I mean, Rick Weaver's no slouch when it comes to amateur wrestling, Erwin, but I mean, you're talking about a two-time All-American here. Oh, great dragon knee screw. Beautiful there by Rick Weaver with that counter. Clearly been doing his homework.
He's taken Franco to the mat for the time being, deciding to tag in the big man.
Tag made. Yeah, Vega here. Of course, the power player for Magnum Opus. This is why Magnum Opus as a tag team have been so successful here, and I believe Weaver's and Vega's style just complement each other perfectly. And of course that corner work right there, how many times have we seen that from Opus? No one does it better. Tag made, and here we go.
Marty noticing that Weaver was distracting the ref, so...
Oh, big back body drop, nothing too pretty about that, but you're absolutely right, that distraction give Opus a tag. Franco recovers beautifully into that rib breaker. One of the toughest men on the roster, no doubt, is Franco. And make that tag Manny. And Manny now the fresher man in the ring. Oh, Weaver again with a sweep to the leg, right in enemy territory. Kick to the head there by Manny. Oh, spinning elbow, beautiful takedown. Take that, Rick Weaver.
Yeah, Rick Weaver on the ropes here. Figurative and literally. What's Marty trying for here? I
think he's trying to belly to belly him again over his head, but Weaver managed to block it. It's either that or a bear hug. Regardless, Manny ended up getting Weaver back into the Eliminator's corner. What a great suplex there. Weaver looking for the hot tag, and he gets it. Vega now, who doesn't move anywhere quickly, but doesn't really need to.
And Marty trying to knock him off his feet. Failed. Vega did not.
Hard shot there by Mali. I mean, don't get me wrong, for a guy his size, he is tremendously quick, but speed is not, I would say, Vega's greatest strength. Oh.
Certainly not. However, that power game certainly comes into play when it comes to Vega.
Like being hit by a shovel, folks.
Rick Weaver covering on the outside.
A wry smile there by Vega to GBH as he applies the patented GBH neck wrench. A hard shot there by Marty again, goes for that spinning elbow. Didn't even manage to take Vega off his feet, who recovers with a hard Irish whip to Marty to the outside. And we expect...
Oh,
no, come on, not the...
Thankfully, perhaps Franco saving his partner from near ultimate doom there. Vega planning to go off the top rope.
Yeah, it's not something you see every day from Vega, and I'm not sure if he should be taking those type of chances, Owen, considering the amount of action that this guy is going to see today. I am surprised that Vega has played such a big part in this match, considering Rick Weaver's attention to the tag team division as of late.
That risk has not paid off. And momentarily there, Vega was indeed paying the price.
Hard shoulder barge there by Manny. Takes down the big man once again, trying to make the tag to Franco, and he does. Can Vega get the tag to Weaver? He does. Both men now with the fresher men in the tees. What a spear by countered there. Great counter by Franco. Went for the tackle, tried to take it down. Arm wrench counter.
Blink of an eye reversals here. Weaver going for the pin. Only gets a 1.
Yeah, Weaver's going to have to be careful from any position that is in. Essentially, Franco can hurt you. Don't think he's down and out when he's on the mat, because that's exactly where Franco excels.
And Weaver knows he's going to have to pull more than his weight here in this matchup.
Well, it's undoubtedly been the master plan for Magnum Opus throughout the last couple of months. We have not really seen Rick Weaver compete in a singles match since he lost the World Heavyweight Championship. He has purely been focused on the tag. There clearly is been some kind of plan laid out by the mastermind Snake to protect his youngest talent here. Great corner work again by Opus.
Stopping the tag between the eliminators here. Getting things back in their own corner. Oh, but a counter from Franco.
Hard shoulder there by Franco.
Sent Vega flying. I don't know if the tech desk is still even there. As a result,
German.
holding on.
We've seen this before. Two beautiful German suplexes, hanging on for a third. Connects. 3 Germans in a row. No one does it better. This could be all right here. Rick Weaver could be in tremendous trouble. Vega's nowhere to be seen. Hunter is down. Perfect position by the referee. Oh, not even a 2. Rick Weaver showing just how double tough this kid is. Can you imagine the pressure on his shoulders right now, Erwin? Told to specialise in the division to protect his partner for the greater good of the group.
Here, super kick package pile driver.
Tremendous. If he loses,
Vega
all
back
the
in,
plans
though.
were for nothing. Oh, what a double axe handle. Breaks up the pin.
Oh.
Vega there with a kick to the midsection, completely ignoring Roy Hunter. Who's going to stop Vega? Let's be honest. Oh, hard knee by Marty. This match is chaotic.
Oh, Marty setting up.
Oh,
Denver
Marty.
Crab.
Here we go. That modified.
This could be it. Title
Submission.
change is imminent.
This could be all a very... Vega is elected to stay in the corner. Rick Weaver is refusing to tap out. Snake summoning the gods of Opus here, asking for deliverance.
Snake distracting Hunter as well. As the Eliminators made a tag, Hunter did see it though. Looking for it again, the other way around. This time, super kick package pile driver.
That staple double team by the Eliminators has been affected for the second time tonight. Double axe handle breaks up the pin. Franco trying to get a cheap shot on Vega. Not a great idea on the world champion. If he wants to eat breakfast tomorrow, Rick Weaver is in serious trouble right now, Erwin. He really needs a tag. Oh, hard right hand by Weaver. Is this the beginning of a comeback?
Oh, hang on,
the weave!
I was just about to say he could very well be out of it and then fighting back once more.
He needs this tag to hit. It does. Vega now the legal man, but not before a patented Opus double team.
The Opus 1.
Wow, beautiful Opus 1. That is
trying to
it.
intervene.
Hunter admonished. Weaver's there to try and run interference. Marty gets rounded with a double axe handle. I believe that double team would have been it. Rick
Vega not
Weaver
impressed by
making
that.
him pay for it with a fisherman driver. Beautiful suplex there by Weaver. All Vega really needs to do now is pick up the pieces. Franco has not moved since that Opus 1.
hang on,
The bear
hang
hug.
on.
Bear hug. Oh.
Franco fighting through the pain.
Oh. Great drop toe hold there by Vega. Shades of the Funker. Hard knee right across the back of the head there of Franco.
Snake in glee at ringside.
Tag made. I'm not sure how wise that was.
Seen.
Weaver was hanging off that rope before Vega demanded the tag off him. They're going to go for the Opus 1. Surely now, boom. There's no tag team partner in sight. Hunter's perfect position. Marty's down. Franco's shoulders on the mat. It's over.
That is it.
Magnum Opus retain. What a match.
What a way to open New Year 2019. Magnum Opus retaining. Will it be the same case for Vega in his other 2 matches? Will he emerge victorious?
He's 1 match down there in 2 to go from making history. A feat that has never been achieved before. Can Vega win all 3 of his matches here tonight? The first one is dead and buried due to the Opus 1 Magnum Opus, showing exactly why they are the best tag team N.E.W. has to offer.
Rick Weaver and Vader. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Junior Men's Championship.
And here we go, Erwin. The Junior Men's Championship, the challenger, one of the hottest rated juniors we have in the men's division. Born, of course, a track athlete in his day, our first ever competitor from Ghana, Africa. Of course, this guy has already gained a reputation for the love of the table match, Erwin. But tonight may, for the first time since arriving on the main card, be going into the match as the underdog.
Indeed, it is the only straight up one-on-one match we have here tonight. Prodigy in his first title defence since beating the Reaper.
What a shock that was.
Let's go against a man who the past few months has been claiming he will be the next junior champion.
On paper, Erwin, it's looking very good for Bourne. I don't think any of the junior competitors, certainly in the men's division, have adapted as quickly as this guy. This kid is one to watch. A man who surprised the world not too long ago now proudly stands as men's junior championship, his first ever title here in N.E.W. The Prodigy completed a miracle in my estimation when he beated the one-man phenom known as the Reaper. Can he retain? It's one thing to make a hit album, Erwin. It's entirely another to make a second one. Can he do it again? That is the question tonight for the Prodigy.
Almost insurmountable odds in winning that championship, put his career on the line to do so. The Reaper happily obliging, not realising he would leave the night without his championship.
The Prodigy is on that very small list of men who have beat the Reaper. No one can take that away from this young man, but can he beat arguably the hottest rated junior division member?
Let's not forget that was in a Hell in a Cell as well.
You're absolutely right. In the company, this could be an interesting one.
Introducing the challenger from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 240 pounds,
How long ago was that?
Introducing the champion from Bangor, Maine, weighing in at 149 pounds, he is the Junior Men's Champion, the Prodigy.
Have you ever seen the Prodigy more focused, more driven than he is right now, Erwin?
Both men ultimately determined, one to defend, one to obtain.
We are looking at a veteran who won a junior championship, but it's the first title he's ever won in N.E.W, and he treasures it like a firstborn son. The Born, of course, he is a legitimate junior competitor.
Here we go.
And the match is on between Born and the Prodigy for the men's junior championship. It should be a very technical affair in the hottest rated member of the junior men's division versus the veteran on his first title defense. Oh, rib breaker there by Born. Who knows how to break a few.
Oof.
Great right hand block there by the Prodigy. Fires a right back of his own. Beautiful wrist lock.
openly accepting whoever was next to defend that championship against. I mean, no doubt wants to now get back into the main rankings. Now he's proven he can win a championship. Got that confidence back in himself. Bourne with plenty of confidence in roll up in the ropes. Oh. I think Hunter seeing that after the call one.
Yeah, it was a sudden stop of the count there by our pay-per-view official Roy Hunter. Oh, shot there by the Prodigy right to the shoulder of Bourne. It's a good tactic. In my estimation, we've seen those hard strikes from Bourne before. There you see it. He's on the verge to throw a shoulder in from time to time. That could be a good tactic from the Prodigy. In the early get-going. Misses with that high drop kick. What a clothesline by Bourne.
Nice.
Tremendous speed.
Both these men quite evenly matched here, it would be said.
Well, you got to remember as well, I said it in the intro, Erwin, Bourne is a former track athlete before he became a professional wrestler. He may have that edge in speed. That could be the factor that splits these two guys apart here tonight.
Certainly even in stamina.
On a backbreaker. Well, I don't know, the Prodigy's a vet. He has a lot of in-ring experience.
I mean, that's the thing, if we were talking 3-4 months ago, the Prodigy would be that hopeful one as Bourne is here tonight. However, in those recent months, the Prodigy skyrocketing to that junior championship.
The improvement in the Prodigy over the last couple of months has been awe-inspiring, Erwin, a genuine testament to both his dedication and his will to improve. It did accumulate into that win, that unsurprising win to say the least against the Reaper to win the men's junior championship. You could not have asked for a tougher opponent in your first defence though. Bourne again with another hard clothesline coming right back into this thing.
Bourne showing no fear, kind of assuming he'd be going in here against the Reaper come his championship shot.
He said as much in the run-up to New Year's. He fully expected to be facing the Reaper, which is a completely different type of wrestler opponent to the Prodigy, therefore a completely different type of preparation. You have to wonder how much of that will be a factor. Is Bourne battling the unknown here tonight?
Back into the ring after count of 2. What a drop kick, catching the Prodigy off guard.
Hard drop kick, beautiful drop kick by Bourne again. Trying to get that wrist lock with a stiff forearm. Nothing fancy by the Prodigy. Those hard kicks right to the midsection. The crowd following every step of the way.
Bourne practically rebounding off those ropes.
Last one right to the temple. That is the money shot.
Bourne trying to recover though, caught. Massive ace.
Great move. Could be all.
Southern Light suplex.
2. No!
Not quite enough.
Bourne with that endurance that you spoke of earlier, we're managing to get his shoulder up before the count of 3. The Prodigy knows he's going to have to pick something special out the bag to beat this incredibly promising young man.
Look at the return of Bourne here.
Already
back to a fighting stance. Looking for Robert Bourne.
That's it. That could be over. New junior champion. Prodigy's going to lose it on his first. No! How close was that? That was a gnat's whisker away from naming a new junior men's champion right there. Top rope goes Bourne. It's not over. Danger is not over. What an elbow drop right to the heart. Good night, Vienna. No!
Again, somehow, the champion kicks out. But Bourne unrelenting in his attack, knee to the kidneys there.
I am in shock. I cannot believe that the Prodigy not only kicked out of a roll of Bourne, but he kicked out of that awe-inspiring elbow drop as well.
Bourne just stretching out his opponent here. Stomp to the elbow.
If Bourne has to take the Prodigy piece by piece, that's exactly what he will do. Going for a pin here, I think, more just to... wait a minute, that is an uncharacteristically cheap tactic there by the Bourne.
DDT.
Prodigy didn't appreciate it.
Frustration here setting in for Bourne that he can't get that victory. Prodigy taking full advantage of that.
Hard elbow there by Bourne. Oh, the counter there.
Bourne needs to remain focused on his goal here.
Well, he's just shown that he has a ruthless streak we didn't expect, Owen, so the question is, what else is he willing to do to become men's junior champion? We know he has the edge in speed, otherwise else these guys have been reasonably well matched here. Every time one of these men gets a little bit of momentum, the other guy seems to counter. We've just seen it. Exactly.
Wow,
Oh, what a... I'm not even sure what you would call that.
Almost like the Billy Goat's curse, I think.
Wow.
An incredible stretching setup there, but Bourne managing to roll himself back around.
That is a new piece of offense from the Prodigy.
Not seen that one before.
Well, it was a beautiful bridge, a tremendous submission, great piece of innovation and offense.
Again, this matchup remains back and forth here.
It really has. I mean, if this was a boxing match, it would be too close to call on points.
Bourne was looking for roll the bones for a second time. The Prodigy gets out of it.
Great counter there by the Prodigy. Hard snap suplex.
Too
close to the ropes.
Yeah.
Way too close to the ropes. Hunter called that one right down the middle, as you would expect from Roy. The Prodigy needs to get Bourne out of that corner, Erwin.
There we go, dragging him away from the ropes slowly with that hammerlock in. Stretching out the ligament. Bourne. Oof, those tendons.
Well, the Prodigy has been working on those shoulders for all the way through this matchup, Erwin.
Bourne sending the Prodigy to the outside.
There is a game plan in the mind of the Prodigy. The question is, will he have time to execute it?
Hard into the barricade.
Bourne is not afraid to go extreme. We've seen that on more than one occasion here tonight, using the barricade. Effectively one kick to the head. Oh, wait a minute, the Prodigy is busted wide open after that kick.
Bourne was looking for a suplex, blocked. The champ with a suplex of his own. Count of 6 here though, could be looking for a count out.
Yeah, a liberal count of 10. Has got a 7 from Roy Hunter. The Prodigy with blood trickling down his face. Seems to have the momentum here.
Looking for the masterpiece again. Connects!
Just about perfect. This time the rope break won't get him. Is it enough? Yes, it is. The Prodigy retains.
What a match.
What an absolute war. Bourne threw everything he had. He threw a couple of cheap shots in there. He even used a barricade to help bust the champion open, but the champion remained focused. That newfound focus, Owen, we talked about it before, has meant the Prodigy retains the men's junior title.
An absolutely incredible match, and again only a second match in here. Still 8 more matches to go. All the championships on the line. 2 golden ticket opportunities, which is exactly what we're coming up to after we take a look at what happened in January and February. Part of what we do in New Year, having a look back at the year we've just left behind.
Champion, the Prodigy.
Into the ring. Oh my lord.
And
Cameron.
it's Moscow. And a boot to the gut now.
Tremendous boot to the gut. Slamming his
Wait.
the counter by Jones.
Face first.
Right.
No, into the steel barricade. Was a 2. Oh no, standing Uranagi. Looking for that. Yes, the big elbow. She is for a second time. Can she connect? Yes, she does again. Spine buster.
Burns arguing with our senior official
wait.
Danny Smith, but not enough.
Crossface locked in.
Submission.
This has tapped out Sean Stevenson. There it is. Kev's done this before, that hideous submission.
I'm not even sure what the hell you would call
know,
this, but
but
the submission is
It's
locked
painful,
in.
it's what it is.
Rearing its ugly
Oh,
head
in for him. Oh! Missed with a boot. Oh, this could be it.
arguably a submission specialist.
It could be all over before 5 minutes have even elapsed. GBH, yes! Yes, GBH has...
What strength by Brute.
Oh! Standing moonsault! Split-legged moonsault!
Cowboy.
Oh! Tag mate to Juan. His clothesline dropped. Kiss of death!
If Isaac Thompson does not go down easy, but those chops might just do it.
Head now into the turnbuckle post. Oh, and again. Sonya. Oh, facebuster! Feeling the roar of this Carl ripcord knee. Oh, here we go. Spinebuster! Oh, wait, hang on a second. There with a sledgehammer to the spine. Bruce Brown looking for another backslide driver. Garoa. Facebuster. The gangster. Sean Stevenson's own move. Go. Oh, face first into the top of that ladder. Oh, and so you've got to believe Lisa Chase may intervene at moments like this. What a crossface. Maybe not, no. Right back in. Oh, right into Blaze's head. And here. Oh, a huge belly to belly. Stevenson setting up for the swing of power. Oh wait, no. Not with the ladders there. Suplex back into the ring and right onto those ladders. Down on the mat. Moonsault. Oh, the javelin. Wait, hang on a second. That's K-Cassie Yori. Another one from the compound. Oh. Seeing Phillips there, who has grasped hold of that ladder. Oh, spread on the surely you can't manage this. Backslide driver. Oh, what a spear. Handspring back in mind. Hurricane Rat. GBH could have just captured it right here. Has him set up. What's going on? Eliminating her a moment ago. Oh, what? Bar Brute in the firing line. Spear! Dear Snake going in for the kill. Signature.
Making his way to the ring from Bangkok, Thailand, Sakamoto Dixon.
1/3 of the Empire of Pain. This woman, of course, has won championships, Owen, all over the world, and has got an opportunity, like all of these 8 women have, to win the golden ticket, a title opportunity of their choosing, to be used at any time of their choosing. What a prize! The GGOG finally will name a women's winner here tonight.
What an arduous battle it's been to get to these finals, and again, Dixon and Akane Matsuda both in this match here tonight. That's 2/3 of the Empire of Pain involved in this matchup. You've got to wonder if they're going to work together.
That's a very good question, Erwin. I mean, both those women are very, very ambitious ladies. But you have to wonder what the women's champion, also the leader of the Empire of Pain, has said to both the competitors in this match.
He is one of 2 that also have another match here tonight.
From Staten Island, New York, Taryn Harvey.
Darren Harvey, of course, with an opportunity later on.
Junior Women's Championship match against Day Durant, who is also in this matchup. You
you have to remember the twists and turns in the GGOG has meant that a lot of these women have met in different divisions and different, more personal vendettas. That perfect example that you've just made between Harvey and Duran being just one of many spider's webs of intrigue we're going to have to consider in what should be an insane match.
8 women, only one can win the golden ticket.
And from Yamaguchi, Japan, the Body, Kei Katsuyori.
It's Special K Katsuyori.
The woman who cares more about her appearance than she does her wrestling career, it would seem to many.
The Poison Orchid
Somehow made her way into this 8-woman matchup.
She earned her way into this 8-woman matchup, Erwin. She's not just a pretty face. You underestimate this young lady at your own peril, and she loves being an underdog. She's been an underdog her entire life. She walked 15 miles when she was a kid to get into shape, to become a professional cheerleader, Erwin. She signed her first pro wrestling contract when she was 22 years of age. This kid came from absolutely nothing and is one match away from getting a guaranteed title shot. If she's taking her appearance more seriously than her wrestling, then God knows how deadly she will be when she starts to focus. Arguably the most decorated woman in this match here tonight. Certainly one of the most experienced. Alice Young, the master of the Tennessee Chicken with a submission specialist. Somewhat out of her element, but she has experience in ladder matches, Owen. And that key word there, experience, might be the factor for Alice Young here tonight.
Their tag team partner also so close to getting into this finals, but as it stands, it is only the Empire of Pain who have that tag team advantage if they are going to utilise it. Alice Young knows a lot about all of these women, has faced all of them at some point in her career, I do believe, maybe with the exception of Kei Katsuyori at best. And Maria Diaz, of course, who is very new to the scene, but I believe they may have faced each other in tag team competition already. Comes the junior women's champion, who will have to defend that belt against Taryn Harvey later on tonight.
And from Paris, France, the Junior Women's Champion, the Phenom and Champion.
Erwin, I want to take you back to a time when very few people in N.E.W. knew the name Duran. How many people do you think will forget it? Adrian Goldman personally hunted down this woman from the indies of the Europe scene. She was being courted by at least 5 wrestling companies that I know about. Goldman went out of his way to sign the French phenom Duran, and boy, Erwin, has she delivered.
Yeah, we exactly know why her talent had been scouted so toughly. Duran has made an impression and a half here in New Extremes Wrestling. And again, a very interesting element to this matchup is that both the junior women's champion and the women's champion are in the opportunity for a golden ticket at one of their championships, or indeed the women's tag championships.
Well, this is where the GGOG has been so intriguing, Owen. There's so many factors.
Speaking of factors, this is certainly one of them.
And from Essex, Vermont, Scorpion Sonia Jackson.
The Scorpion Sonia Jackson, arguably the first ladder specialist we have seen here tonight. If you can call someone a ladder specialist, then well, look no further than the Scorpions. They are the queens of extreme for a reason, and everyone always seems to underestimate the Scorpions, Erwin. But how many times has that tag team been a form in True Force's side? Of course, with Alice Young in this match, how many times have the Scorpions shocked the likes of Foxy Valentine, the current women's tag team champion?
Well, a very incredible point, and again, let's not forget Sonia Jackson and her tag team partner Faria are in a tag title match against the current champions Foxy Valentines, again in only a few matches time.
All these ladies in a ladder match, of course, run a tremendous risk of injury, and a lot of these women on double duty here tonight.
Just shows again why we have our name. It is the extremes these wrestlers will go to get that gold. What a beautiful turnout it has been here in London at the Castle.
Yeah, tremendous venue. I have to thank them for the hospitality. They've been great all weekend.
Yeah, if not a bit cold.
And from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, the Rebel, Maria Diaz.
Maria Diaz now.
You talk about impacts.
Oh yes, she is a highwayman, Erwin, at the greatest possible standard. I mean, this kid, well, her juvenile record's as big as her talent, but if she keeps her head on her shoulders and not in somebody's safe, then she's going to be a great addition to the N.E.W. locker room. Mark my words, Diaz, she's got it all.
A huge impression she made. I mean, regardless of losing the first match, it was an incredible show for Las Familia, but then her second match was on the same night to get to start this journey, and she was successful. You've got to wonder if she's the hot favourite to win here tonight, and here comes the women's champion.
And their opponent, from Kyoto, Japan, the women's champion, Akane Matsuda.
Well, Diaz is certainly my hot favourite. Anyway, Akane Matsuda, the current women's heavyweight champion of the world. The Empress has arrived.
Final combatant in this 8-woman ladder match that you see there, the golden ticket contract latched up in that briefcase, which is latched up to the holder. Those clasps that we mustn't undo to him to grab that briefcase.
Of course, Akane Matsuda, no stranger to ladder matches, Erwin.
Again, has won that title as a result of them. Certainly an aficionado. This is going to be chaos off of that. 8 women just fighting that briefcase. Of course, it's going to get really interesting once a ladder's introduced.
So let's remember here that Duran has a date with Destiny with Taryn Harvey, thank you, Owen, who's currently fighting Alice Young, who's had issues with the Scorpions, who's currently fighting Kei Kaniora. Sakamoto Dixon has to remember that she works with Akane Matsuda, who's the current women's champion, but they're all going for the same prize, that golden ticket. Could it be any more complicated?
Currently, Jackson and Kei Katsiori the closest to the ladder. A dropkick up against that ring apron and the billboard that we've got running on it.
Oh,
Apron-tron feeling the effect here. Something else I have to get used to here in the castle as opposed to back in the bunker.
I knew you were bashing every sense of the word this ladder match, Erwin. I mean, you've got to say. I mean, my two favourites in this one, being totally honest, purely based on the match type, would be Sakamoto Dixon and Sonia Jackson. I believe those two ladies have the most experience in ladder matches, despite the fact that Matsuda won the title in a ladder match. Oh! What a shot there by Duran to Sakamoto Dixon.
Oh, into the steps goes Diaz, courtesy of the women's champion, Akane Matsuda.
Her pretty face has just been pounded by the steel, Owen.
Katsuyori dragging Alice Young all over near those ladders, which Sonia Jackson has now introduced into the ring.
There you see, I told you, Owen.
Victory.
Sonia Jackson, all that experience with ladders.
Yeah, setting up those ladders, but Taryn Harvey's back to her feet. Jackson willing to risk it.
You see all these guys on the outside fighting between themselves, and Jackson with her eyes on the prize. Taryn Harvey
saw what she was after.
Kei Kariora is not getting that ladder up down on her own. Some of these guys I stand corrected.
Jackson removed from the ring, from the ladder, excuse me. Taryn Harvey also ejected from it. Alice Young looking at that opening.
The veteran manoeuvre there by Alice Young. All these women fighting between themselves. I think only Kei Kariori finally realising that Young had her hands on those trisky clasps. Now Kei Kariori
Harvey trying to push the ladder over
in the most inappropriate outfit I've ever seen in a ladder match. It's now fighting at the top of the ladder with Alice Young.
Gotta care for her image, could get her injured here tonight. Her and Alex Young are just duking it out on top of that ladder.
Credit to Kei Kariori. I told you this orchard is poisonous.
This could be her opportunity.
Go on, kid.
Diaz deciding otherwise, throws the ladders onto Alice Young. Electric chair drop.
Towing Harvey there with that electric chair drop. Focusing, finally found Duran. And I'm sure Harvey's been looking for that opportunity all match. Duran, however, quickly trying to use that technical expertise to turn the tides on Harvey, which he does with that hard suplex. Diaz with the cutter on the Dixon.
Twist of fate to Akane Matsuda.
Shades of the Hardy Boys, of course, have been a big influence on Diaz and her style. It's made no secret of that. Of course, either one of her childhood heroes. Definite similarities, the extreme kind of style.
Utilising the steel ladders here.
As you can see,
Akane Matsuda
aiming for the legs of Matsuda. Did you see that, Erwin?
Debilitating that vertical base. Sonia Jackson, DDT on the apron to Sakamoto Dixon.
On those clasp up, towing Harvey once again, getting to the top of that ladder. The trade fist with Diaz. Sonia Jackson, one of my picks for this one, pulling Harvey off the ladder.
Diaz a bit of time to recover.
Uses enough strength to get Diaz off that ladder. Blocks Harvey along the way. Oh, what a DDT by Alice Young on the outside to Kei Kariora.
These people starting to feel the effects of this match. Akane Matsuda now with ladder in hand, returning the favour to Diaz from before.
Oh, what a gut-wrench suplex there by Duran on the outside, Harvey on the inside. With that double gut wrench of her own. Beautiful suplex. Kei Kariora with a ladder in hand. Have you ever seen such a fish out of water photograph? Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. The third shot finally connects Taryn Harvey. It's angry. Run, Kei.
Dodges the neck breaker. Does not dodge the boot. Alice Young, in the meantime, has found those ladders.
Diaz is out. I think the Irish Rip might have just knocked out Diaz. Kei Kariori with a cheap shot. Sakamoto Dixon going to follow up, but Alice Young now. Who knows how to use that ladder? That's for certain. Cheap shot by Sonia Jackson. Right to the back of the head, but now she's got the hardware.
Straight to Katsuyori, who's battling for control here.
Kei's getting better with that ladder the longer this match goes along.
Yeah, just attacking everyone here. Dixon
hitting anything that moves. This is chaos.
Absolute anarchy in this golden ticket opportunity match.
We've got at least one more of these to get through as well. In the men's golden ticket match will also be a ladder match here tonight.
Oof. Diaz again with those ladders to the women's champion's legs. Oh, that time to the side, knocking her down.
It's on
The
him.
Empire of Pain are in pain on the outside of the ring here.
I just wonder if Sakamoto, Dixon and Akane Mitsuda will use that time to perhaps try to formulate a different game plan. There are strength in numbers after all. Again, that vicious Irish whip by Tywin Harvey. That is the second time that Diaz has been on the wrong end of that.
Yeah, catching the feet of the ladders on the way down as well. Let's not forget Taryn Harvey, Sonia Jackson and Dana Randall matches later on here.
That is a great point.
Matsuda.
All these guys have to be very wary of the injuries that they could pick up here tonight.
Here. Going up for the golden ticket. Taryn Harvey with a leap to try and stop her, but Diaz
Tremendous leap.
stopping her. Gotta wonder why.
Gotta wonder how Diaz is even still standing after some of the punishment she has taken in this match from Tywin Harvey. Perhaps she was too busy trying to settle the score. Sonia Jackson has had her hands on that briefcase for quite some time now and is still hanging on.
Still be trying to.
Alex Young trying to get her, so is Sakamoto Dixon.
Finally.
Electric jet drop. Barely misses the ladder. Thank goodness she did. God love that.
Flying everywhere.
That Irish whip from Tywin Harvey is genuinely a vicious thing to behold.
All over the ropes.
I'm amazed she's not dislocated her shoulder doing that.
Oh, Duran back in against her opponent here tonight, caught her off guard. Suplexing her back into the ring. Sonia Jackson, DDT, second time for Sakamoto Dixon to suffer that one on the apron.
Yeah, the Diamond Jackson DDT. Traitor and Favre, one of the best DDTs in the business. What a scissor kick by Dixon on the outside.
Alex Young knocking Duran to the outside of the ring. Cluster in the corner near those ladders. None of these women wanting to give them up.
It's been too close to call so far.
Tornado
It's just been a
DDT.
chaotic one. I mean, you not only have to get the ladder set up and get up the ladder and then work along those pesky glass, but you have to be given enough time to do all of that. And with so many bodies in the ring right now,
Yeah, you've essentially got to beat 7 women here to a briefcase. Not an easy feat.
this is going to come down to ring awareness in my mind, Erwin. I mean, which competitor is going to pick their right moment? Tywin Harvey with a ladder. Well, there's a sentence that does not bode particularly good news for any of these other competitors. My
Clearing
God.
the ring.
Dixon and Jackson taking a full force of that
Not done with Jackson.
steel
here,
ladder.
though. Where it sees Kei Katsuyori trying to find a way back in the ring.
Is Kei Katsuyori wearing a corset?
Not even sure what she's about to do.
Oh!
Dropped on her head.
God Lord, that gut wrench went horribly wrong for Kei Katsuyori. We may need a medic right about now.
We
So that's
certainly
what
will soon.
he does. Absolutely no compassion. She drops it on her head and then smashes her in the face with a ladder. Does the exact same thing to Duran. This is why I love Tywin Harvey.
Again, she won't be able to do that in the Women's Championship match, so perhaps getting all the frustration out of the way here, but sent into the corner by the Women's Junior Champion Duran.
They say when Harvey was born, instead of the doctor slapping her, she slapped him.
Kei Katsuyori now utilising the ladder once more. Signs of fatigue beginning to set in. These 8 women here play a part into climbing that ladder, getting that golden ticket.
I'm not even sure if these women have even remembered it's a ladder match at this point, Erwin. They just seem focused on, focused on causing as much damage to each other as humanly possible. How many people have got out of a match here tonight? Was it 2, 3? Oh, what a kick there by Alice Young. Good night, Sonia Jackson. The French phenom Deidara taking a moment to suddenly recover, but not for long. What a ladder shot by Alice Young. This is a great match. I mean, it's absolute chaos, but it's fantastic.
Four of these 8 women still with matches to come.
Good lord, that's a terrifying
spine buster.
Take that.
Sent out of the ring. Ladders as well, which Kei Katsuyori once again finds.
The ladder's no good out there. Oh, what a shot to Diaz. I stand corrected.
Pushing them in the ring.
How is Diaz still moving? That kid is double tough. She has taken a tremendous amount of punishment. That's a good idea by Towing Hardy, getting a second ladder.
May not be needed by Deidara, who has taken out Jackson in the ring. I'm not sure anyone has noticed.
Yeah, Duran, the French phenom.
Hardy has
taken this moment.
On it. Too late though. Deidara, the junior women's champion, is now also the golden ticket holder.
And who was there, Owen? Who was close from stopping it? It was Towing Hardy, who had to watch her opponent later tonight release that briefcase from the clasps.
You've got to wonder if that's in the back of the mind of Taryn Hardy, that if she wins here, she'll essentially have to go through it all again anyway because of the golden ticket.
Yeah, in effect, the Ram cannot lose here tonight. Back on to the attack, and here we go. This is how you do it properly. Gut wrench, holding on.
Rolling over, looking for that second one.
Big smile on her face.
Adding insult to injury. Count of 7. Psycho Sonia's face straight into that turnbuckle, but later Jesus! On God! Back to the end. Hang on a second. Richardson looking to put an end to it.
Pedigree! And they're setting him up. There it is. Venom Driver. Oh! Taste your own blood. It's fight or flight, and that's exactly what's happened to Jose Gonzalez. Gonzalez Buster.
Traditional Gonzalez Buster.
One's gonna fly. There it is. Beautiful elbow drop right.
And this could sign defeat for Stevenson.
Pedigree.
Has him up above his head, over 7 foot.
Oh!
Snake now looking for a Venom Driver on the Reaper, which connects.
Oh.
Bone Brute helped. Oh, going for it again.
For the second time tonight. On his shoulders. Brute bomb. Suda took a second.
Suplex. Right hand. Oh, and there's a mutual attack again. Oh! But she's not facing her this time. Oh, come on.
Again. Looking for the springboard bulldog. What Duran calls it.
Oh, wait. Backslide driver.
Oh, good night.
Going for a run here. What a flying.
Thank you.
Still groggy though. Richardson taking advantage.
Pedigree! Which he thinks of that particular tactic either, but eventually though the tag was made.
Yeah, Vega perhaps feeling the rush here. Oh wait. Setting up for it again. The Hit Squad's tag team finisher, that Ghetto Blaster, that utilises against the Militia. Well, he hated GBH.
Oh! And they go with it with a run. Spear!
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and is for the National Championship.
Dallas Rage, the Big Texan, a proud member of EOD, one of the most well-liked young men in my estimation in that locker room today. And what a huge win it would be for Dallas Rage to once again become European champion and finally get a little bit of gold in the EOD warehouse.
A war has ensued between EOD, who have been hired guns for Nathan Goldman for quite some time, trying to keep order here. and end times, and it has accumulated to a UK title match. A Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, excuse me, United Kingdom title, not the European Championship, which Dallas Rage has already won in his EFW days.
Opponent Grime, who has held this title for quite some time now.
He's been a fighting United Kingdom champion. I mean, there were parts of this year, I think, Erwin, as we've been looking back at some of those great vignettes where Grime was the vocal force essentially of End Times. I mean, at one point he was the highest decorated champion as the United Kingdom title holder.
Getting over 180 days.
It's been a tremendous run for Grime, whose entire personality, entire character has been warped by the demon of Fleet Street since his association with that dark and holy group End Times. This is an entirely different Grime.
Exactly what the Reaper does to people, just changes them into something else.
You can't argue with it's got results. 180 days. That is an incredible title run.
Yeah, winning that UK Championship roughly around the same time that Magnum Opus reclaimed their tag team titles.
Goes to show how hard it is to win a title at N.E.W.
Introducing the challenger from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 290 pounds, Dallas Rage.
The former linebacker from Texan, looking strong and looking confident.
Introducing the champion from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the national champion, Grime.
Grime looking somewhat serene, a bizarre, kind of unconcerned look. It's hard to tell with all that paint on his face. Taking one last look at that United Kingdom title. Mike Shatope,
silence has fallen over the crowd here.
our senior official. It's nice to see Mike back.
Of course, Mike Stoper and Roy Hunter, free extended event officials now.
Hard shot there by Grime.
Again, falls count anywhere here. Dallas Rage wasting no time. What a power bomb!
Great, big, powerful start from Dallas Rage. Exactly what he wanted. Hard elbow right to the leg. This is again power versus technical ability, Erwin. Oh, what a belly to belly! But I mean, both these guys have got speed. I mean, remember I said it at the start. I mean, Dallas was a former linebacker. This kid, for a guy his size, has tremendous athletic ability. Grime knows that and will have to be at his best to beat him here tonight.
Corkscrew dragon whip there by Grime, though, changes the momentum again. Float over neck breaker.
Great neck breaker there by Grime. Oh, big back body drop by Dallas. Stomp to the midsection again. Dallas is matching Grime here, move to move. Oh, another belly to belly overhead. Rage wants to add the UK Championship to an already impressive CV. What a great European champion Dallas Rage was. Grime, oh, with that hard elbow, once again, just slowing the momentum, taking it to a darker, edgier place.
Oof. Grime have to reconsider a lot of his offense. Usually the heavier set man in his matchups. It's not the case here against Dallas Rage.
Dallas Rage has come out of the blocks with all cylinders firing here tonight, my word. Rage wants this UK title. You can see the fire in his eyes. Neckbreaker there by Grime. Oh, what a clothesline! What a clothesline by Dallas! I'm telling you, this kid is focused here tonight, Erwin.
This is looking as it's going to be as close-knit as the Bone and Prodigy matchup we witnessed earlier on in the card. headlock from Dallas Rage as he slows the pace here, trying to.
I tell you what,
Grime.
you can take your steel cage matches, and you can take your ladder matches, and you can even take your Hell in the Cells. Is there anything purer? Is there anything better than a good old-fashioned one-on-one? Who is better? Who wants it more?
Seems to be the way these two are trying to keep it, at least for the moment.
I
This is
expect
false count anywhere. There will be no
Don't.
count outs.
I expect a fair but tough match here from both Grime and Rage. I know Grime has been taken to the dark side somewhat as of late, going for the pin here, but he has undoubtedly been a fighting champion.
I think Grime would quite openly use the Extreme Rules stipulation of the false count anywhere should he feel his title is threatened.
Gutbuster, I don't dispute that either.
However, I think he's looking for a win here. Could be looking for that devastating, yes he is, Frog Splash!
Great frog splash. Shades of the late great Eddie Guerrero with that tremendous frog splash from the top rope. Grime all of the sudden is in the driving street after Dallas Rage came out the blocks. Right, Shatopa with a perfect count.
Too slow a follow-up from Grime on the pin there, only got him a 1.
Yeah, Dallas Rage is a big, tough Texan boy. He ain't gonna go down easy, Erwin.
Clothesline to the outside! Well, might be about to see that false count anywhere stipulation come into effect here. Things have turned around.
That net breaker, that go-to counter from Grime has been effective in this match. Hard left hand by Rage, misses with the right. Grime gets out of the way. Utilising that ring apron to good effect, slamming the head of Rage right onto the hardest part of the ring. Stiff forearm shot.
Hang on. Downward
Spiral on the outside. It's false count anywhere. This could be all right here.
Wasting no time for the pin. Shatopa getting into position.
No! Rage kicks out.
But he is bust open by the look of things.
Whether it was the ring apron or the Umbrella, whatever it was.
It has. The Crimson Mask applied. Nonetheless, and Grime realising that. Sending things back into the ring here.
Again, focusing on the neck. Why not when you're going to go top rope? Hard elbow right to the
spine.
Dear Lord. What a shot right to the spine. That could be all. Rage could be out. No! Oh my God, Rage kicked out after 1.
Dug down deep to shock Grime, but Grime is trying to keep him down.
Rage is trying to keep that speed that he started with this matchup, but it hurt him there. It fell right into the collar of Grime with that backbreaker. And again, reverse DDT. Square center of the ring. Shatopa, perfect position here. No, again, somehow, somewhere, Dallas Rage got his shoulder up.
Strength and conditioning of each and every member of EOD is absolutely spectacular at times. Dallas Rage getting another rush.
Oh yeah, all 3 of those guys, A1 jocks, they all live in the
new
gym.
champion here.
And everything Rage does hurt. Will that be enough? No! Another close call. This time Grime getting his shoulder up after the 2 count. Dallas Rage trying to psych himself up. How much blood has the big Texan lost?
So we can't quite tell if Grime is busted open or not. It doesn't look like it, but a lot of that face paint could be masking that. Rage, however, open for everyone to see.
What kind of psychological effect will that have on Grime? He's already seen the blood. He's already done the damage. It's now a question of putting Rage away.
Which is what he
Easier
intends
said
to
than
do
done.
right here. Going for it again. Downward spiral.
That vicious downward spiral could be enough.
Yeah,
Where's Rage's hand? Where's Rage's hand, Mike?
It doesn't matter. Falls count anywhere. The UK champion retains.
God damn it. The false count anyway rules have saved Grime the UK championship here. Dallas Rage's arm was under the rope. In any other matchup, that would have been a count break.
Another very close-knit affair here. I thought we had a new champion.
Oh, Dallas Rage full credit to that kid. He came out here swinging here tonight. He gave Grime as good as he got, but the veteran held firm and has retained his United Kingdom Championship. That's great news for End Times, but bad news for the EOD.
We're going to take a quick look back at April now before we head into the GGOG men's final, that golden ticket match where 8 men will battle over their golden ticket. What a match that's going to be. We've already seen one tonight and how intense that was.
Here is your winner and still national champion, Grime.
Back to his feet.
Now German suplex.
Stagnate. Double team again from the hit spot.
The move back them up has kept stealing the ghetto.
Be one move away
Oh,
from
surely
finishing
not.
this right now. A one strength dominator. Going for the pedigree to win. Pedigrees. Lisa Chase is now taking Sonya Jackson to the outside.
Baseball slide. Drop kick.
Warlord in trouble.
Tries to hit a suplex of his own. Taylor
Oh! And again, Chris Jones with that loss of blood.
Can we get that pivotal roundhouse to the head? Here he is gearing back for it. Connects. The moment.
He had one thing in mind, setting up for it.
Neck break bomb.
Champion stiff right hand.
Snap German suplex.
Yay.
What the?
Hang on. Purple smoke.
Who the hell is that?
Well, no, it couldn't be. Surely not. It is.
And their opponent, from New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, Razor Parsons.
It's Razor Parsons!
Razor.
What the hell? And see, nothing pretty.
Desert spear.
Olivia Wallace.
Oh,
Suda getting a face full of apron and oh, veteran.
So that power bomb. Going for a. I think. Oh, wait a minute. No, I thought it was going for a cut. I changed it. Franco needs to be careful here or he's going to get carried away. This is awesome. But what coming next certainly isn't. No!
Oh, his turn.
shooting star press.
One is primed and ready, waiting.
Queen of Strong Style, of course, well documented. Oh!
You know what we're looking for here.
Oh yeah. Neckbreaker powerbomb. What a cage match, completely unexpected. Oh, here tonight on Brawl.
Strikes back and forth on that top rope again.
Just dancing on thin ice. Or in this case, a thin rope and nothing but steel in front of them, on canvas below them. Sure that the next woman to fall will lose this matchup. That's how
Think so,
crucial
but neither
this
of which
battle
are
is.
willing to drop from that top rope.
Both women refusing to let go. Don't.
Oh, Alice Young finally loses her footing. Perhaps setting up Jeff Collins. When drums cry, odds. Has him set up again, Canadian facebuster.
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the Money in the Bank briefcase with the contract inside of it. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 206 pounds, Lewis Richardson.
Louis Richardson, of course the veteran, a man I know very well. He sat down not too long ago. We're hoping to get that through legal as quickly as possible, but enough said about that. The veteran who is determined once again to have one more shot at the World Heavyweight Championship has to be considered a hot favourite in this one, Erwin.
Certainly does. Louis Richardson with a wealth of experience here. New Extremes Wrestling. Again, doesn't have to concern himself with any other match here tonight, which is also an added bonus. Same bonus this man has. Arguably the same level of determination. Wisely coming with his own entourage of security.
I love how Richardson came out first, and about all the other guys it could have been, it had to be this man. The rivalry between those two competitors, almost legendary in N.E.W.
Ohio, weighing in at 300 pounds, Warlord.
300-pound war machine Warlord.
300 pounds of muscle, attitude and confidence on his own ability, Erwin. 300 pounds of focus. But this is a ladder match. Power won't help him this time.
We saw what it took for De Duran to secure that golden ticket in the first matchup, the first golden ticket match. Expect the same level of depravity and violence to be included in this matchup to obtain a victory. Especially when Warlord is involved.
They could put depravity and violence on Warlord's tombstone. He excels at depravity and violence. My question is, Erwin, will he excel in a ladder match? This is not the Warlord's natural home. I think that's fair to say.
I mean, the fact that Warlord, the Reaper and Vega are all here in the same match is a scary thought enough.
He comes from Staten Island's elite, highly educated, highly motivated, comes from a wealthy background, but don't think that takes anything away from this young man's accomplishment or ability.
Well, yeah, just to get through to this match, he has proved himself time and time again. The strength he has displayed.
Absolutely incredible.
A phenomenal physique.
Played both college basketball and football, Erwin. A natural athlete.
Has to be the underdog in this matchup due to the lack of experience in the wrestling ring here at New Extremes. I mean,
but I think of the heavy hitters that this guy is fighting against here tonight, the likes of the Warlord and Louis Richardson and Vega. These guys are all legitimate Hall of Famers, all world champions at some point in their career. Angelo Winters is rubbing shoulders with N.E.W. Elite here tonight. If you can hang with these guys, you can hang with anyone.
From Long Beach, California, weighing in at 239 pounds, Blaze.
And let's not forget about this veteran, not for the first time I'm sure in a plume of smoke, Blaze.
And again, you want to call about rivalries, Louis Richardson and Blaze have had an epic rivalry in the past. We cannot forget that.
Blaze and Louis Richardson have had wars that Angelo Winters is yet to see.
Both with such a reinvigorated career, arguably
Oh,
Blaze is in the
absolutely.
tag division. However, he has proven himself getting through to the finals here.
Yeah, I think his teaming with O'Grady has been nothing but positive steps forward for Blaze. He's changed up his style a little bit. He's clearly learned something from the Big Irishman, as the Big Irishman has learned something from Blaze. They complement each other. They have improved each other, and Blaze is the most focused and the fittest I have seen him in years.
Arguably blending their styles. O'Grady, somewhat more of a athletic background now. Blaze now with somewhat more of a grounded approach.
Oh yeah, I mean, Blaze has, I think, accepted that Father Time catches up with us all, but the change in his in-ring style has done nothing but improve him, in my opinion. This is a completely different Blaze to the one that we saw 12 months ago.
And again, timing and luck are going to play a big part in this matchup.
Let's not forget as well, Erwin, that if anyone knows a ladder match, it's Blaze. I mean, he has a lot of experience in this type of match scenario.
And from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Great.
Well, Zuzu has arrived. The professional hardcore wrestler.
I see you're taking a great caution in not mispronouncing ZTG's name here tonight.
I'm going to try my hardest. My jaw still hurts from the last time, quite frankly. Don't think he won't get a fine for that.
2 weeks of absence.
Because
as a
he will.
result.
A very large fine, Zuzu.
However, a very great opportunity for him here tonight. The man who has tried to prove himself as the professional hardcore wrestler.
Professional jackass, more likely. I hope Warlord or Vega smash him through a table. Quite frankly, we'll see how hardcore he is then.
Again, this matchup certainly playing to the strengths. Show of disrespect there to the crowd off screen, hence the boo.
No one likes this guy.
One of the most feared wrestlers in this matchup, no doubt.
From the pits of hell, weighing in at 257 pounds, the Reaper.
The Demon of Fleet Street. The leader of end times, the enigmatic, successful, terrifying, soul-destroying phenomenon. I mean, what else could be said that already has not been said about just how destructive this man truly is?
Satan's sidekick has amassed an army of minions for himself. Now going into one of his own battle, and every time he does, it's a terrifying sight. I mean, the match to get to this match, he made Juan Gonzalez tap out, and that is not an easy feat for any man. Arguably, this may be no man.
Yeah, I think in all the years I've known Juan, I think I could count the amount of times that guy submitted on one hand. The Reaper managing to do just that mere weeks ago to book his place in the men's final for the golden ticket. And well, is there any real doubt which title the Reaper will challenge for if he wins here tonight? We all know the only title he cares about is the World Heavyweight Championship.
At least that's what he claims, but I've got to assume that is exactly what he will go for should he win this matchup.
What would the end?
And from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at
Kevin Cannon has lost his mind. It's the only way I can possibly describe the extreme change that we have witnessed in this man. This guy you could have put on the kids' cereal box about 3 months ago, and now look at him. He looks like the Phantom of the Opera, for God's sake. What is going on with Kevin Cannon?
Well, again, both he and V have undergone quite a mental and physical transformation as a result of their parting of ways. I mean, Kevin Cannon, the only one in that tag team elimination match to actually survive and keep his job here. The Fixers finding solace in getting a place in Ronin Pro. V kind of left in the dust for the longest of times, made his appearance not too long ago in Lionheart. And Kevin Cannon seems to have possibly teamed up with Chris Jones, although that remains unclear.
Tremendous shape that Kevin Cannon is in.
For his second match here tonight. Here comes Vega.
The World Championship. Of course, he has already retained one half of the N.E.W. Tag Team Championship here tonight. His second match of the evening. 1 down, 2 to go. Can Vega make it 2 in a row?
From every man's nightmare, weighing in at 640 pounds, the world champion and one half of the tag team champions, Vader.
This is the guy. I wish Michelle would get her shit together. This is the guy who, in the marquee man of N.E.W., the most decorated competitor we have, the first ever Grand Slam champion, the longest single reign tag team champion, the one of only a few men who has won the world championship more than once.
Time and time again when Vega gets in that ring, it's to create some kind of legacy. Kevin Cannon seems to be the one to try and cut that legacy short to begin here and ends up outside of the ring first.
Well, Kevin Cannon's in phenomenal shape, and who knows, this new attitude, this new look may be exactly what that young man needs, and I'm not sure how wise it is to pick a fight against a monster. Angelo Winters squaring up with, I think that was Jones there, oh excuse me, the Reaper. Warlord.
Yeah, I don't know how wise that is for the rookie.
And Zuzu's gone for Louis.
To the outside goes ZTG. Louis Richardson ended up clashing in that battle between Cannon and Vega. Blaze and Warlord left alone in the ring. The Reaper and Angelo closest to a set of ladders as we speak. More chaos here tonight. New Year.
Great drop toe hold there by Vega onto Kevin Cannon, who is wisely or not, kept on the big
Blaze just sending Warlord into those ladders on the outside.
Ouch. Well, Blaze, I told you, man. I mean, he's got a lot of experience with ladders. I mean, out of the competitors here, it's between Richardson and Blaze in terms of match type.
Yeah, I would say
with sheer experience.
With Kobayashi not being in the match, I would argue that Blaze would be the more experienced in the ladder match. The Reaper bringing those ladders into the ring.
Angelo Winters.
Winters stepping up and facing possibly one of the toughest opponents is a testament to his goals here in AEW, as unwise as it may be.
Well, Angelo Winters knows he's in there with the big boys, so does Zuzu. So these two kids have to make an impression here tonight, because there's a lot of veterans in this match. The same could be said for Kevin Cannon, you know, with his entire new change in look and attitude. But the rest of these guys are surefire Hall of Famers, make no mistake about it.
Vega now with the ladders were caught by the Reaper. Showcasing his own incredible strength. Stomp to the back of the head of Vega.
This is a tremendous learning experience, I would say, for both.
Surely not, look at that dominator!
What tremendous strength by the Reaper. It took everything he had. Blaze with that ladder to the spine.
Wisely.
The minute that Dominator was performed, But Vega cannot be in the greatest of shape now, and he has to keep in mind that he has a world title to defend later tonight, Erwin. That has to be in the back of the mind of Vega in this match at least. They've already retained the tag team champions. I know Vega won because he's not that
Hang on.
typical.
Oh, ZTG! I was just
Lord.
about to ask what he was thinking setting up that ladder on the outside. It may have been a mistake, or maybe not.
Jesus!
Louis Richardson looking for an elbow drop there.
Got an elbow right to the steel for his trouble.
Maybe paying the price for that
Oh,
tomorrow.
Vega's
The world
climbing the
champion
ladder.
climbing the ladder.
Go for it, Vega. You only have to climb about 3 steps.
Has an easy sight of those clasps. Blaze. Oh,
Like a mosquito.
a near low blow. All but caught.
The spade
Fighting
like
the
hands of
referee.
Vega. Good night, Blaze. Vega's still on that
Oh.
ladder. That's one of the most tremendous sights I've ever seen.
Yeah, it does not feel comfortable on there, you can tell. And Warlord quite happily waiting for him to get down. Now the Reaper. Oh,
Just dragged off the ladder by Vega.
a shot to the leg and had no choice but to fall
That
into
ladder
a
that was-
Vega bomb.
What a Vega bomb. That ladder that was set up earlier by Zuzu's still there, Erwin.
Yeah, may still have intentions to use it.
Oh, he's going
Oh
for
no,
it.
he's not. He's going for the golden ticket.
Why not?
No one else paying any attention either.
The hardcore wrestler could end up
Oh,
having
Lou
the golden
Richardson's
ticket.
seen him now.
Oh,
Oh,
that's what Richardson thinks about now.
oh, returned by ZTG and a
You're
shot
fighting
to
for the honour of
chest.
N.E.W, Louis.
These two going
Knock
at
that
it.
podcast kid out.
Let's not forget, ZTG has signed his name down for the Invitational Cup. Oh! Representing another federation. You've got to think that might beef some people in the locker room.
Is he like the Great with that briefcase in his hand? Somebody stop him, I don't
Oh,
care who.
Kevin Cannon trying to put an end to it. Winter's trying to get him out the way.
Get your ass up that ladder, Blaze.
Blaze is climbing. Winter's now trying to stop ZTG. Drags him off the ladder.
Yes,
Blaze going for the briefcase.
that'll do. What's that kid's name?
Oh.
Angelo. Go for it,
No
Angelo.
one seen. Richardson now noticing, trying to get round.
Yes.
Too late. Blaze has won the golden ticket.
My word, that
Way
has to
to
be
go.
considered a shock. Your buddy's done it, Erwin.
That's a very, very interesting turn of events. The world champion essentially does not win his second match here tonight.
No, he doesn't, but he didn't lose
Oh.
either. And more importantly, Erwin, despite that vicious dominator, I think he managed to get through that match fairly unscathed. But what a victory, what an upset. This has to be considered. Blaze has won the golden ticket. Blaze
Camel
gets a
clutch
title.
locked in deep.
What a submission there by Crom.
That's it.
Stand.
Hurricane Rana
Frog splash by Diana Simmons.
setting up for a Cobra clutch slam.
Spinebuster.
Oh wait. Backslide driver has dared a round. Oh, handstand.
Tremendous athleticism.
Hurricane
Best.
Rana looking for it for a second time. When doves cry.
On the hands of the Reaper because Richardson had this match splash. Talking about this moments ago, Chris Jones has had his issues with Quinn as of late, and the thoughts of the former four-time N.E.W champion and your old buddy is making his way to the ring very, very quickly. Oh wait, no. My Hunter and England better wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute here.
Oh, the X-Plex.
A tornado, surely. Oh,
Hang on, schoolboy.
No.
Rolling kick.
And right now with something spectacular.
Moonsault. Seen this.
Classic Outlaws are in.
Neck break bomb.
To change this match.
Oh,
Lots of
lost that
stakes.
state.
There.
Oh, hang on. X-Plex.
Iris Carnival. Oh, what a headbutt. What out of this?
Oh, review.
By Yuri. His own father. Being contorted.
Yeah, into the sharpshooter for a second time. Shatopa watching very closely, but
Oh,
that is
there it
enough.
is.
In the old man, perhaps.
Oh, hang on. Underestimate Crazy Hammer again after this absolute war. What is Hammer doing?
Crazy Hammer looking for the hammer fall!
Oh, from the top!
Unawares once more. Oh my word, what a pile driver! He can't be now. No way.
Her suitcase.
I don't think she has it on her here.
I think you're right. I think the Empress has just come here looking for trouble.
It's
Blistering rights and lefts. There's Phantom and the Cannon, but Suda just wanted to go at it.
Security trying to clear this. We'll see you next week. Around. Springboard. Bulldog. Dead center of the kick.
Oh, wait a minute. We've seen this before.
Oh, but look at that. The leg over the rope. Shatopa hasn't noticed that extra
leverage. No.
Oh.
That dude has not been in that ring.
Oh.
Double slave laid by Yuri Alliance. She needs an exclamation
Oh,
point.
facebuster, that might be it. Cobra clutch slam.
Focusing. Laser focused on Nelson.
Going for a pin.
Onto with the count. 2. Vega's there.
Oh.
Interference. It's over.
That's it.
It might have been for one night only, but the result remains the same. GBH and Vega, aka Magnum Opus, beat the snot and the respect in the ring to Full Nelson.
Well, I want to thank you all for joining us, and I'd hoped that would have been the other way around. It was not. No doubt we will see more action next week. Much more to come. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Here are your winners, GBH and the Monster Vader. The following contest is a submission match and is for the Junior Women's Championship.
Now just think about this, Erwin. In the women's golden ticket match, Darwin Harvey had to watch as Dada Ran, the current junior women's champion, took that opportunity away from the grasp of Harvey, who now must refocus and re-energize and try again. But what kind of psychological effect has that had on Darwin Harvey, Owen?
It's a very good question. The psychological edge as a result of that golden ticket match is surely in the favour of Dada Rand here tonight. Dada there, ticket in hand.
An extra little bit of gold to carry for the French phenom. Another day, another thing to add to the impressive CV of Dada Ram. What an impact she has made in the N.E.W. women's division. Already a champion of great standing, she has spent more time with a title than she has without one. And she stands against a woman she has already beaten once tonight.
Let's not forget this is a submission match. Both of these two very well versed. We're looking essentially at the ankle lock versus the Kirifuda clutch here tonight, although I have no doubt they will try and utilise other submissions if they need to.
That's a great point, Erwin. Both these ladies could definitely be considered submission specialists. This could be a technical masterclass between Day Duran and Tywin Harvey. It is the Bronx versus Paris. It is two completely different fighting styles, but the result is the same. Submission-based wrestling.
Introducing the challenger from Staten Island, New York, Taryn Harvey.
She's from the Bronx, trust me. She just lives in Staten Island.
Introducing the champion from Paris, France. She is the Junior Women's Champion, the Phenom Day Duran.
What a champion. What an assassin. This
match, this is bound to be.
I think this is undoubtedly Tywin Harvey's biggest match of her career to date, Erwin. I think this is without question
Again,
the biggest test for Harvey so far in her career.
Only placed this high on the card due to having to lay out all the other matches, so everyone essentially gets a rest in between.
It had to be Mike for this one.
However, I think it earns its place with the women involved.
Absolutely.
Half an hour on the clock. Day Duran with a lot of advantage in this match. Oh! Taryn Harvey not caring about that.
Yeah, I mean, if Tywin Harvey can get this one over quickly, then that's exactly what she's going to do. I think the longer this match goes on, the longer it favours the veteran Day Duran. Harvey is known for her impact starts here in N.E.W. She has 29 and a half minutes to get something done here. Day Duran with those swift forearms. Oh, a swift kick to the midsection by Harvey. Oh, Lufez press.
Yeah,
great takedown by Duran.
Duran able to overpower her there.
Oh, swift kick to the head there by Harvey.
Oh no. Again with that running drop kick.
Almost like that Claymore kick there by Tywin Harvey.
Effective strikes from both women.
A lot of headshots, interestingly, from both ladies early on in this matchup. Clearly trying to stun one another. Oh, snap suplex there by Duran. Head scissors elbow. Effective wear and tear manoeuvre there by Duran, who runs the ropes with Harvey. Sits down, tries for the sling, but I'm not sure she got all of it, but she certainly got enough.
Enough to knock her off her feet, but Taryn Harvey now.
Yeah, I think all that shot did to Harvey was piss her off. That arm drag takedown there by Harvey, that's exactly the kind of thing you're going to be looking for with Harvey. When she clasps on those submissions, folks, she will grab onto an appendage and start pulling. Case in point here.
Wait, looking for the ankle lock. Day Duran submission.
Going right for that ankle lock here. Oh, great counter there. I think Duran was shocked by the audacity more than anything else. Makes a quick counter of it.
Certainly shows some confidence here from Taryn Harvey.
Misses with the drop kick. You can see the frustration there in Duran, who is very precise, will not like that error there. Firing back with those quick forearms. Hard right there by Harvey, who's no stranger to a fist fight.
Perhaps causing some hesitation here for Duran.
Oh, hard suplex. Great shot there by Harvey. Oh, hard elbow. Good counter. Duran trying to fight back here. Back, into the ropes. Head first goes Harvey. Oh, hard elbow counter again. Great corner work there by Tywin Harvey. Running those ropes again. High knee by Duran. Stops Harvey right in her tracks.
I think Harvey was looking for a spear. Just got a face full of that knee. Duran though, still getting countered.
Well, a master countertician.
Handstand
It's Day Duran. Beautiful Handstand Hurricane Rana. She won her very first match in N.E.W. with that very manoeuvre. Get out of the way, Michael. Stunt puller. There we go. Like an old-fashioned submission. Roll over counter there by Harvey. Right back into the corner they go. Excuse me, hard shot there. Kick right to the head by Duran. Reverse DDT. Taking down Harvey. And now it's pick a body part time.
Oh, going for the ankle lock.
And no one does it better than Dead Duran. But what a counter. What a quick counter by Tywin Harvey. Clearly has that ankle lock well scouted here, Erwin.
She's been focusing on that for a lot of this time.
Less than 5 minutes has elapsed, and what a match this has been.
Pure fury from both these women. Both have looked to secure an ankle lock so far. Oh, Taryn Harvey here.
Oh, what a gut wrench. Holds on, tremendous power and technical execution from Tywin Harvey. That double gut wrench suplex. Stomp to the midsection. Camel clutch. Here we go, submission locked in here.
Sat in deep.
Oh, breaking the grip there. Duran knows exactly what she's doing on that mat, Erwin. This is what you get when you get two submission specialists. This counter on counter action. Both women have had submissions applied already in this match.
Karafuda clutch.
This is it.
Locked in.
Oh, this could be it.
Duran
right here.
trying to reach for the ropes.
Duran desperately trying to reach those ropes. Had elbows right to the head there. That was Harvey's speciality submission.
Duran knew she was in trouble the moment
Oh.
it was locked in.
What a flapjack. Face
Catching her
buster.
breath.
Yeah, Duran the Phenom. This is exactly why she's so well regarded, Erwin. Look how quickly she regrouped, gathered her senses, already got a high impact piece of offense in onto Harvey, and now is taking this moment to get her breath back, letting Harvey get back to her feet. How wise was that decision by Duran? Harvey caught up in the ropes there, wanted to come out swinging, but Duran seems quite happy to let Harvey come to her.
Yeah, again, Duran here
That warfare,
has
Erwin.
that time advantage, standing her ground. Oh, may have paid the price there. What a knee!
It's again a great point. If this goes to a time limit draw, of course, Duran would retain by default.
Now simply just catching as much breath as possible to start doing things like this when Taryn Harvey does lay out the offense.
Hard elbows there to Tywin Harvey.
Counter though, Harvey back to her feet.
Again, that's counter to counter action, Erwin. These two ladies as dangerous on the mat as they are on the feet.
Beautiful German
What a
suplex.
Great German suplex there. Going again for the camel clutch. I think the rope break is going to play a part. It did. I don't think, Mike didn't even let that hold. Oh! Get any deeper than it was. But Harvey has recovered quickly with those stomps there to Duran's with right hand.
Oh, and again! Karafuda clutch!
There it is,
Sunk
locking
in.
She made sure she had the grip around the head this time.
We got that leg
And
scissor, and that's it.
It's
We have a
over.
new women's
It's
junior
over.
champion. Taryn Harvey has just beaten Duran.
Lads, what a massive win for Tywin Harvey.
You gotta wonder if Duran's gonna cash in that golden ticket now, or recuperate and utilise it another day. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Well, I mean, she's been champion for over 100 days, though, and she may get a title. May get a title rematch automatically. I mean, that will be Goldman's choice. But either way, Duran is sitting pretty here with that golden ticket. But Tywin Harvey has just won the biggest match of her career to date. To hell with Michelle. Tywin Harvey is the junior women's champion. What a victory!
Sweep.
Head first, right into the steel. Oh, wait a minute.
Buster. Oh, looking for the elbow drop. Oh, hang on.
Oh, wait a minute. Crossface.
Oh, a crossface.
Submission
Pulling
locked
right
in by
back.
Figueroa. That's a one, I'm not sure, but Cowboy is feeling it.
Oh, hang on a second. Jacobs and Bat Brute got in the ring.
Wait a minute,
What are they doing?
wait a minute.
The referee trying to get some composure here.
Cowboy on the top rope. Hannibal Jacobs and Bat Brute and the champion are united. What on earth have they got planned for Daryl Graves?
Lifting him up.
Triple powerbomb!
Thinking of next. Snap German suplex.
Yeah, that didn't have much time.
Spinebuster.
Junior Championship.
Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez Buster. Points at his target. Super kick. Kobayashi caught off.
When she first arrived, Dr.
Face Buster. Or was Marty, who's finding himself on the apron. Best of both worlds again. To Wade Nelson. Downward spiral. Backslide driver. Sunset flip powerbomb.
Beautiful.
Oh, but wait, she's holding on. You know what that means. Fox cross locked in. Center of the ring.
That submission, deadly submission in the perfect
That's
place. Who's determined to fix that?
Go for it again.
Buckleplex. Rick Weaver with confidence in his eyes and a spin in his step, fresh as a daisy, wanting to finish this one off for good. Boom! That rookie inexperiencer from Tornado has cost her.
Be bad news. Oh, no, no, no.
Double bomb.
Spinebuster.
Again. Cobra Clutch.
Slam.
There it is.
Go rear view.
Fighting back.
Oh, either of these is still.
With the ring
Oh, hang
roll.
on a second. Look at this. Meanwhile, and the swing of power set up by Jones. Bossmans.
Arguably.
What do they have planned this time? Oh, stereo knee and a strike to the back of the head by O'Grady.
Northern Light suplex, beating and beating and looking like she's in tremendous trouble.
Snap German suplex.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute again. Dominator. I wonder what it means if she can hold on for 6 minutes. Will she get a rematch?
Hard camel clutch there. Duran is determined to not let that happen.
Oh, either way, the count was broken.
Oh!
Valentine Ball.
Valentine Ball, that submission locked in. Psycho Sonya, middle of the ring, and absolutely no.
Down to his feet, still dazed. Oh, spear! Says enough is enough.
Guards.
Oh, the Phantom takes a down.
Look how both Richardson
To his feet. Rolling through.
Go looking for that reverse figure four again now with Bat Brute busted wide open.
Paid off in this match. Bat Brute trying to hold on.
That submission again is tapped out. Bat Brute tapped out. We got a new world champion. Walked like an eagle waiting for its prey. Collins with that ladder in hand. Oh, my word.
Another setback.
Oh.
Oh, there was not to be, but hang on a second.
Wait a minute.
Come on. Going for it again. Lombard check. Suplex. Oh, wait, no. Oh, my word.
Oh no, we've seen this before. No. No, no, come on, Nate. Players has already
to the outside.
shooting up the back there with
The last ditch.
super kick. Rick Weaver's the another one. Contend, wait a minute.
Razor Parsons.
Wait a minute, that's the money in the bank.
The golden ticket holder is cashing in.
What the? No way! By the skin of his teeth, it has to be said. Daryl Graves, the reverse figure four on Parsons, locked in. This is the move that won him the world heavyweight champion. Of Johnny Richards into the canvas was enough here tonight. Oh wait a minute!
Hang on a second. That's Gene Taylor's music.
Well, Taylor.
Oh, there he is! God, the web! Oh wait, hang on a second. Oh! El Picador!
match going again. Oh, looks like there it is. The suplex turned into the Kahina clutch. What a manoeuvre that is. He has yet to win. Oh, God, and wait a minute.
Gonzalez Buster.
Reaction.
Oh, hang
Wait a
on.
minute. Best of both worlds. He got the Europe behind. Oh, my.
You're about to get more days.
No snake eyes. Well scouted.
Murphy's Law.
Dolph. I'm not even sure if he's conscious of
We'll
it.
find out now. Sharpshooter in effect. Joe Freeman too busy with Alex Cromwell. The web.
Oh, they're
Going for it again.
senton. I'm not sure if Warlock can believe it, but he's
For
staying
a
as
second
laser
time.
focused as you would expect. That's done a great job of recovering from the attack by Weaver.
There's
To put on
assault
an
there.
almighty performance.
Fired when doves cry. Tapping in the dots and the dash is not scored.
And things.
Oh, what
elbow
a
drop.
Oh wait, hang on a second. Oh, what?
No way! I can't have it sooner! With that briefcase!
The golden ticket
No
for the
way.
women's championship. She has chosen now to Kane Matsuda. Oh, with an exploder suplex.
Women's Tag Team Championships on the line.
You can't help but wonder if Sonya Jackson is walking a little bit more gingerly than she normally would. Of course, with the Mistress of Mind Games, her tag team partner Tharia, the Scorpions, the often called Bogey team in the women's tag team division. These guys have pulled shock victories over just about everyone, and tonight they will face the longest reigning N.E.W. Women's Tag Team Champions in the history of N.E.W. This is quite the task tonight for the Scorpions.
It's a tough match. For Sonya Jackson, that golden ticket opportunity did not go her way. Yeah, you've got to be wondering how she's feeling. Certainly not 100% after that, but the Women's Tag Team Championships are up for grabs, and you can bet the Scorpions are going to do whatever they can to take them. And Foxy Valentine's have held them for over a year now.
Oh yeah, I mean, tremendous run. I mean, the Shameless Self Promoters was considered quite lucky to win the titles in the first place, and how they went about proving every single one of those doubters wrong over a year title reign. Foxy Valentine's truly are the real deal, picking up victories over the likes of True Force and the Outlaws, two of the longest reigning tag teams in the N.E.W.'s women's division. Can they do the same over the Scorpions here tonight? The Fox, and of course her protege Nancy Valentine. Together they became Foxy Valentine, and they have sold more t-shirts and more selfie shots on Instagram this year than any other tag team arguably in the world. They have not only had one of the longest reigning tag team title runs in the history of this company, Erwin, they have become the franchise they have always wanted to be.
With the title reign they've had, masking by far any of the others in the women's tag division, it's hard to argue with their success. As we've mentioned, the Scorpions have been a kryptonite for many a team here.
Well, if it's anything like the men's tag team championships, I'm looking forward to this one.
Sonia Jackson.
Course, elimination tag as well.
All the way to the ring. Scorpion Faria and Scorpion Sonia Jackson.
Traditional N.E.W. tag team rules here for the ladies.
Scorpion Faria, Scorpion Sonia Jackson, and their opponents. They are the Tag Team Fox and Nancy Valentine.
Fox and Valentine with their own support here tonight, it has to be said. They have earned the respect, perhaps, of the N.E.W. faithful. Roy Hunter with those tag team titles, showing them to this capacity crowd live at the Castle in London, our nation's capital.
What a turn of force it has been here. End of year spectacular.
Great start there
For a pin.
by Faria, right into the pin.
Trying to throw Fox off quick in the match.
Not
Good
even 10
idea.
seconds off the clock, Erwin. Else the head scissors takedown, perhaps going for that psychological warfare we all know that Faria favours. We don't call her the mistress of mind games for nothing. Those fun to the eyes there by the Fox, who is not afraid to fight dirty with the net breaker. Oh, that was a double knee there, a knee stomp. It was effective and it was ugly.
Faria recovering quickly but misses in the corner. Again, there is no doubt that Foxy Valentines have come here with a very solid game plan.
Well, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Erwin. Foxy Valentine have a very specific tag team style and it works for them. The Scorpions are somewhat harder to predict.
Although, you've got to wonder if they're relying on the fatigue of Sonia Jackson here tonight.
Well, we're going to find out just how fatigued Jackson is, because now she's the legal woman, but not after.
Hurricane Rana powerbomb.
Not before that spectacular double team. The Hurricane Rana powerbomb, a staple of the Scorpions. The Sting Bomb.
Fox so far seems to be struggling to find a foothold in this match, but may have been again playing coy and waiting for Jackson to make that tag in.
Well, you know, Fox is a grizzled veteran. She's not afraid to let Valentine do the legwork. We've seen that before from Foxy Valentine.
Again, it's elimination tag, so that brings in a whole other element.
It's a great point. Traditional N.E.W. rulings, folks. This could become a 2-on-1 situation, which then could favour the other team. We have seen that before in these traditional style tag team matchups.
Tried to connect with Jackson in the corner there, but I think she just about blocked it. Oh.
A minute.
Hurricane Rana.
Using those long educated legs. Nancy Valentine with the Hurricane Rana taking out Jackson. Takes a second to catch her breath. Oh, right back in the ring. Great takedown that was by Sonia Jackson. Oof.
Showing a bit of attitude.
Oh yeah, she's got a mean streak, there's no question about that. You don't be as successful as Sonia Jackson has been without developing that ruthless attitude that goes with success.
Getting quite a slow pace affair, a very cautious approach to this matchup from both teams.
Looking for a fall away here, although.
Oh no, converts, hang on. Valentine escaping. Chop block removing that knee of Sonia Jackson. Back into the corner. Jackson with that pedigree of knowledge though. Fighting free once again.
Hard elbows right to the midsection there by Valentine. Oh, reverse DDT there by Jackson.
Great counter from Jackson there, just I think leaping at the time Nancy was trying to pick her up, expecting resistance. Found that extra leverage to counter. Oh, it's a tag back to Faria. Valentine has been somewhat isolated by the Scorpions here. Oof! Sending Jackson to the outside though, as Valentine steps out of the way of that drop kick. Oh, hang on a second. Big swing to Farrier. Could be looking to get Fox back into this match. Oof. Fox and Farrier duking it out here. Roy Hunter, trying to stay out of the way of these two. Oh!
Hard clothesline there by the Fox. Pull out powerbomb from the corner. The Fox, of course, with all that veteran experience. I mean, we've talked about so many times how Nancy Valentine was indeed trained by the Fox Irwin, so they've almost got a psychokinetic thing going on in terms of teamwork, but the same could be said about the Scorpions. Farrier and Sonia Jackson have become almost a complete tag team unit.
Was trained together under Sonia Jackson's father's tutelage.
Tag made, blind tag made. I'm surprised that Jackson allowed it to happen. Nancy Valentine, who's fresh as a daisy, comes in quickly, but a hard elbow there by Jackson. Swift knife hand chop. What a clothesline! My word, taking Jackson all the way to the outside. Sheer momentum there. Valentine isn't done yet. Top rope.
Looking to utilise that momentum. But completely misjudged.
Well, that experience, that daredevil attitude of Nancy Valentine has got her into trouble before, and it did then, but she's recovered quickly on the outside here. I remember a count out. It's just not good news for either of these ladies. A double count out would suggest that it would go to a one-on-one situation. Neck breaker.
High risk not paying off. Nancy Valentine now feeling the effects. Jackson, interestingly, sending this one back into the ring. Double knees.
Quadruple knees there by Jackson, going for a pin here. First elimination on the night, possibly on the cards. Farrier to run interception. And she does, but
knees are over
Valentine got her shoulder up.
Chaos unfolding here. Hunter trying to retain order. Diamond DDT.
Shades of her father with that perfectly executed Diamond DDT.
So close.
With the shoulder finally gets it up, but only just. That was a split second away.
I thought we were about to see the first elimination of this matchup, and it had been a surprise with Valentine's prowess, but that mistake on the outside seems to have rocked her completely here.
Hey, credit to Valentine, not many people kick out of the Diamond DDT. Farrier now the legal woman. After the tag, neck breaker, going for a pin here. That could be all she wrote. Fox just so back into the ring. Can she? Just. I think Fox just got the kick in just enough to break up the count there.
Yeah, I think that was lucky for Valentine. I don't think she was going to kick out of that.
That was tremendous ring awareness by Fox. That's what it was. That was teacher saving a student. Dropped toe hold. Farrier though was kept on the attack. Great counter there by Nancy Valentine. Hard shot right hand there by the mistress of mind games, trying to get Valentine back into her own corner, which she does.
Just as Fox was trying to reach her own. Valentine though trying to close that gap. Does.
Tag made.
Turn it around here. Fox still remaining quite fresh.
Hard elbow right to the back of the spine there. Excuse me, back of the neck. Double axe handle there by Fox. Break on the pin. Hard right hand to Nancy Valentine.
Paid for that one. Needed to stay out of the ring.
Just for good measure.
Leg scissor DDT.
Sensational maneuver there by the Fox.
Again, Fox a lot more fresh than Nancy Valentine here, but did take some heavy duty offense from Farrier in the opening few minutes of this matchup.
We have still yet to see an elimination, Erwin.
We're closing in on the 10-minute mark, but the Scorpions have something in mind. Oh, figure 4 leg breaker. Going for the pin.
Gonna have to run interference again. Valentine there, but no, the Fox gets a shoulder up on their own. Valentine and Farrier trading blows. I think Farrier getting the better of that interaction. Great hurricane rounder there by the Fox, who has remained focused throughout. Atomic Bulldog.
I think Valentine needs to stay out of this one until she's recuperated a bit more.
Agree.
Fox may have to run this one alone for the time being.
Just going to find out just how much now the Fox has in the tank.
Hang on, sunset flip. We all know where this is going. Fox cross.
The Fox cross submission, and there's absolutely nothing Farrier can do about it. Sonia Jackson has to tap out, and you have to believe that it's due to the matchup that Jackson has already participated in tonight. That submission was not applied for particularly that long, but we know Jackson took a lot of shoulder shots in that previous encounter for the women's golden ticket, and now it's a 2-on-1 situation for the mistress of mind games, Farrier.
Yeah, you've got to question if Sonia Jackson and Farrier have done enough so far to counter Foxy Valentine.
I'm not even sure if Nancy Valentine is back in her own corner yet, Erwin. Oh!
Fox willing to go for it regardless. Single leg drop kick.
Valentine is back in her corner. But is she ready for the tag? Does Fox want to give it to her? Because the Fox is very close to doing this all on her own.
Yeah, maybe looking to clean house here.
What a streak
Send
of
a
offense.
message to the women's locker room.
European uppercut, try to counter there by Farrier, who's badly fighting back here in a 2-on-1 scenario. This is not looking good for Farrier. If she's going to do anything, she needs to do it quickly. Countered by the Fox right back into her own corner. Is Valentine ready for the tag? Yes, she is.
Big trouble now is Farrier.
That devastating double team. The elbow backbreaker combination.
Farrier resilient though.
How wise is that for Farrier? How much of a war is she about to get herself into?
What is she willing to do for those tag team titles?
Great neck breaker. Could put it onto a 1-on-1 right here. Well, Fox from the interference, she does. She takes out Hunter in the process. Valentine was not going to get her shoulder up. And Foxy Valentine, in a rather cheap attack, in my opinion, have just taken out Roy Hunter. The Fox should be disqualified for that, and there's absolutely nothing that can be done in this cheap 2-on-1 attack.
Oh, face buster!
There's no referee. They've been hoisted by the horn for tag. That is not a legal tag either. Roy's letting it go by the looks of it. There's not much he can do. This match has continued, but some cheap tactics being utilised there by Foxy Valentine, who seemingly are quite willing to play it dirty to retain the N.E.W. Women's Tag Team Championships.
Snap of the leg there by Farrier, who is still fighting through this.
What a tremendous fight being shown here tonight by Farrier, Erwin. You read my mind. This is not an easy task for anyone. A 2-on-1 situation effectively. Foxy Valentine have just shown they are not going to play it fair here tonight. Fox thought about the tag, and she does. Tags in Valentine, who has looked shaky throughout this matchup. I'm not sure if Valentine is even 100%.
Look at that! Incredible!
Tremendous athleticism by Farrier.
Kip up Enziguri almost countering Valentine, getting desperate though.
Oh! Yeah, I think Farrier's just hitting anything that comes towards her when she can, if she can. But a quick tag made again between Valentine and Fox, and you just show that extra person advantage here, starting to lean through for Foxy Valentine. Atomic Bulldog by the Fox, who has done 90% of the legwork here tonight. Farrier still fighting back. Those strong legs of the mistress of mind games. Chop block, excuse me. Hard forearm shot, that one connected.
the top rope. Goes Fox in trouble here.
DDT on the apron.
Oh my word, what a DDT. And this is actually... This might be... well, until that
Roundhouse.
kick. I was about to say this was a sound tactic by by Farrier trying to alienate Fox on the outside, but the Fox was having none of that. Getting Farrier right back into the ring after that hellish kick.
I was about to say the same for Farrier. Oh, nice knee though.
Beautiful drop toe hold.
And arguably, Fox just a little too fresh for the ideas Farrier has in mind. And again, another tag made. 15 minutes remaining on the clock here.
Well, let's play devil's advocate, Erwin. Let's say the unlikely happens here and Farrier actually holds on for another 15 minutes. Ultimately, it won't make any difference. Foxy Valentines would retain the Women's Tag Team Championships.
That's very true. She has to somehow defeat both of them in those 15 minutes.
That's a hard task,
It's a
but
very
it is
hard
doable.
task. Clothesline into the corner. Again, no one to tag though.
Yeah, we're effectively firing how any good tag team wrestler should do in their own corner, but there is just no one to tag. Farrier has to do this all on her own. A submission would be good. A submission would be very good. Nancy Valentine, who's been in trouble this entire matchup,
Lovely
is tapping out.
Eliminated.
The tap, excuse me. Well, it's now down to
It's one-on-one. And all of a sudden, Farrier is feeling a little bit more confident. Perhaps too
Lights,
confident. Northern Light suplex. No! How close was it to being over right there? Half a second away.
This has turned into a real battle now, but it may be too much for Farrier. Another leg scissor DDT.
A relatively fresh Fox after that DDT. Goes for the
Still not
spectacular,
enough.
but not enough. Farrier still kicking out. It's anyone's game, in my opinion. A one-on-one is a one-on-one. Is a one-on-one. What a rear view. Fox definitely in the driving seat, though. Going for the pin here. It's over.
Has been
That
eliminated.
rear view was enough to put an end to the match.
The Fox really needs to ensure her booty with Lloyds of London because it just keeps winning them matches. Foxy Valentine retain the N.E.W. Women's Tag Team Championships. Just how long will they hold that title? Who will stop Foxy Valentine?
What a valiant effort for Farrier there, and questionably, if they were both at 100%, would it have been the same outcome here tonight?
That's a great question, Erwin. Did that double duty finally take its toll? Did we see a perfect example of that? And things to come as Vega will defend his world title in his third match here tonight in our main event. Will history repeat itself? What a win
Here
for
are your
Foxy
winners,
Valentines.
and still the
Of course, coming up
Women's
next after
Tag
a
Team
short look back, we will see the European Championship on the line.
Valentine.
Oh, hang on, centre of the ring.
Wait a minute, no.
Rolls over.
Neck grab, it's locked in. The hold developed, the submission hold developed by the Bronx. Sanchez, the Cuban missile.
Hang on.
Wait a minute. God of Tyler York must be on fire here.
Crazy hammer.
Tremendous.
Another nuclear dropkick. Slugfest. Oh, wait. Murphy.
Wait a minute.
Oh, backbreaker. We've seen this before. That trio.
Oh, the win. There's Valentine. Champion Rick Weaver, you can't help but believe it's a
They're looking
side
for it
swipe
here.
at the Morpus.
Windows.
Tag
They're
made.
looking to end it once more.
Grimes now the legal man. Backbreaker. Body splash.
Try it again.
Into the pedigree.
Just trying to find
Super
out.
kick.
Oh, another
Pile driver.
setting up for a Richardson may as well tap here and save himself for the second match.
Yeah, Richardson.
But I know he's got
in
a
the
lot of
neck
pride.
crab, a proud man.
That's it.
Oh no, not again. Not on the outside of the ring. Jackhammer.
Then clotheslines at one another.
Lefts, rights. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, granny bomb.
Come on, the crowd once again on their feet.
Oh, what a splash.
But he is in
Wait a
trouble.
minute. Right in. Vega bomb. Oh, hard right.
Oh,
hard kick.
Cross kick to the back of the neck. Super Tornado with another Selena Del Sol.
Every mismatch up early.
Oh, hang on. Neck break bomb. Signaling for the karate kick.
Spectacular. Elbow drop. He's got a fight on his hands. Oh, wait a minute.
Inverted Kahina clutch.
What a Kahina clutch by Harvey. And that's it. It's
a spinebuster on the back. Taking out the knees of Falcon. We've seen this before. Those repeating strikes to the chest.
Oh my word. Yes, that she was in trouble. What a suplex. Figueroa had that one well scoured. Oh, stiff.
Here it is, Murphy's Law. Oh, it's a Guri. Oh, here.
The web. Oh, come. Spin. Whoa.
Oh, elbow drop. Accepts the tag.
Yeah, Dallas Red is ready for the fight. Aki getting back to his feet.
Another wheelbarrow senton from. Oh, hang on a second here. Nathan Goldman out. Dawson spent most of his year looking for his father's attacker.
Yeah, Nathan Goldman has not had an easy start to his N.E.W. tenure.
Well, it seems Chris Jones is going to play ball with Nathan Goldman here. Goldman calling him out. It seems the prime suspect remains so. Dear let him through. And we'll no doubt be keeping a close eye on him. Getting in the ring with the current boss. Whoa, hang on a second. The voice of Goldman booming over the speakers there, dismissing Chris Jones. The boss is back!
I can't believe my eyes.
Wade Nelson.
The return of Adrian Goldman, and we have finally found out who attacked him. It was Wade Nelson.
I was dead set with Nathan Goldman. I was sure it'd be Chris Jones.
Every time something bad happens around here, you're sure it's Chris Jones.
I guess Wade Nelson owes us all an explanation here.
Yeah, this has shocked me to my very core. Well, there you have it. Nathan Goldman has suspended Wade Nelson for attacking his father without pay until, quote, he can decide what to do with him.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the European Championship.
Simon Youngblood, the Lionheart, with his traditional entrance throughout the crowd.
And still performing that here in the castle. A lot more steps to get down, picking up the pace.
This is true, but look how the fans love it. They wouldn't have it any other way. Neither would Youngblood. He says you can feel the heart of the whole company when you walk through that crowd. Some would say that this man, despite the fact that he has a title opportunity tonight, is going for the wrong title. But this is the opportunity that he earned. And in N.E.W, nothing is given for free. Youngblood.
He and Hannibal Jacobs have had quite the match every time they get in the ring. It's a sight to behold.
Took the words out of my mouth, Erwin. Youngblood and Jacobs have a historic rivalry, one up there to match with some of the very best here in N.E.W's long heritage. Should be a good one.
Podium entrance. Someone himself descends to the ring, if you will.
Hannibal Jacob likes to make an entrance. The unorthodox one, the current European Championship, a title he holds with pride. Says he wants to be a fighting champion. Well, the fight's exactly what he's going to get tonight against the Lionheart Simon Youngblood.
Absolutely incredible matchup this is going to be. Extreme Rules, you've got to wonder whether they're going to actually utilise that or not. I mean, we've seen them ignore those rules completely and just have a straight up one-on-one. We've seen them utilise those weapons to the fullest extent.
And just about everything in between. Hannibal Jacobs and Simon Youngblood know each other extremely well. This is just the latest notch on an ongoing, long-standing rivalry.
The European Championship recommissioned as the Intercontinental Championship made its way out once more. Losing that title on its first defence, essentially, in that steel cage match against Hannibal Jacobs.
It's nice to see the European Championship back.
And out of the hands of End Times.
Here, here. What a champion Hannibal Jacobs could be. What a statement of intent this would be if he could beat the Lionheart in his own backyard.
Again, the eccentricity and glitz and glamour of Hannibal Jacobs, don't let any of that fool you. Simon Youngblood be one of the first to tell you that. He's all serious when he gets in that ring.
Of course, Youngblood's an American by birth, but now resides right here in London. This is a hometown crowd nowadays for Simon Youngblood. Will that be a factor for Hannibal Jacobs here tonight?
Another matchup that is far too close to call. Our 8th matchup of the night. As we still have the Women's Championship, with which we don't know the opponent.
Good
Of course,
point.
World Championship still to come here.
Akane Matsuda will face the unknown, as Razor Parsons will face Vega. But first,
Introducing the challenger from Lexington, Fayette, Kentucky, weighing in at 220 pounds, Simon Youngblood.
that keeps it home in both London and
Introducing
Kentucky.
the champion from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 355 pounds, he is the European champion, Hannibal Jacobs.
Jacobs is really taking this title reign seriously, Erwin. I can't remember the last time I've seen Hannibal Jacob in such good shape.
Indeed has taken the quest for the belt very seriously.
No theatrics, no dramatics. Just as good as it gets one-on-one. Extreme Rules.
Reserves all that for the entrance. Arguably, as does Simon Youngblood, walking through the crowd as he does.
It's true, both these men know how to be exuberant. Hunter's got the enviable task of calling this one. What a knee to start affairs here, but from Simon Youngblood.
Catching an opening in those fists of Hannibal Jacobs there.
Yeah, shades of Harley Race there of that high knee to kick things off. Hannibal Jacobs trying to recover with some swift rights and lefts, but those educated feet of Simon Youngblood making quick work of Jacobs there. Reverses well by Jacobs. Oh, spinning net breaker, beautiful. Sprinting DDT, excuse me, but beautiful nonetheless.
Can expect a close-knit affair between these two as Hannibal Jacobs starting to gain some momentum here.
Hard suplex there by Jacobs. Trying to stomp a mud hole here into the back of Youngblood, who got up quicker than I think Jacobs expected. He tossed him halfway across the ring. Right to left.
Oof, hasn't knocked Hannibal Jacobs off his feet with that flurry though.
Yeah, I think that kick stunned Jacobs, but you're absolutely right, he did stay on his feet. Into the corner they go.
Out of the ring they go.
Well, it's Extreme Rules. Yeah, as you said at the start here, and all this is completely legal. Hunters here. Oh, what a spear! Zero distance spear, I might add, by Hannibal Jacobs. Right into the intestines.
Pinfalls
Almost through them.
and submission that must happen
Youngblood
in the ring. Youngblood's in trouble here. Oh.
Oof! Reverse DDT, beautiful counter there by Simon Youngblood. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to remember. I mean, these guys.
Oh, into the steel steps for that face buster.
Dear God,
Almost a reverse STF. Just
that is concussion time right there for Hannibal Jacobs. These guys, you're absolutely right, can fight as much as they want out there, but to get that title, it has to end right where they are now in that ring.
Youngblood now with the advantage after that brutal onslaught on the outside. Jacobs though still trying to drive him off.
I mean, if Hannibal Jacobs knows where he's at after a shot like that on those steel steps, it's by God's own grace. Looking for some weapons here. I think he needs
to equal the score.
Well, that's a
baseball bat.
Oh, right to the head of Simon Youngblood.
Sweet Jesus, what a shot!
That could be it.
Yeah, Youngblood could be knocked out after that. Good night.
My God.
Hannibal Jacobs swung for the fences and took Simon Youngblood's head off. Got his receipt in the most extreme way possible. Again, you see that shot right to the head with that baseball bat. And that is all Jacobs needed. 1, 2, 3. Good night, Youngblood. Hannibal Jacobs retains the European Championship. That was short and brutal, Owen.
It indeed was.
Hannibal Jacobs.
Well, there's our answer.
Wow.
Who Kane is going to be facing?
I don't think any one of us expected that. The Phantom has returned.
Challenger from Prague, the Czech Republic, the Phantom.
Another Extreme Rules match here.
Yeah, I mean, the Phantom, of course, has clearly been handpicked by the Goldmans to try and take on the Empress, to try and dethrone the current women's champion.
Made a reappearance in the Goldman's Gargantuathon of Greatness, but was unsuccessful. However, I think the previous animosity that still lingers between her and Akane Matsuda, as well as Lisa Chase and Akane Matsuda, has allowed for this title shot to take place. It seems the Phantom is higher up on that list as it stands.
Well, of course, the Phantom, no stranger to the independent or the European circuit, got a lot of experience, made a big impact since her arrival in any. Oh, wait a minute!
I mentioned Lisa Chase. Nathan Goldman has pulled out a genius idea here.
And introducing the challenger from Blackpool, England, Lisa Chase.
Well, how could we have an N.E.W. pay-per-view without an outlaw, Lisa Chase? She doesn't need to wear the title shot. Everything she's done in this company gives her the right to have one more crack at the Empress. This is indeed a genius stroke by the Goldman doing.
The Phantom 237-day women's champion in one run. Lisa Chase 247 days in 4 runs. Well, you want to find challengers. I think there are no two better on the roster as it stands. For Akane Matsuda, who is looking to get past 170 days here.
This has just become a much longer night for the Empress.
Well, that at least confirms these are her only 2 opponents. I thought we were about to see the entire locker room start spilling out for a second there.
And introducing the champion from Kyoto, Japan. She is the women's champion, Akane Matsuda.
Akane Matsuda cannot be happy about this situation.
Let's not forget it is her second match here tonight as well.
The stack has been dealt, and it is truly against the champion here tonight. This is a big ask even for the likes of the Empress.
End of year surprise from Nathan Goldman. You've got to argue Adrian Goldman's favourite woman on the roster was Akane Matsuda. Nathan Goldman doesn't seem to share the same pleasure, giving her no extra credit here or extra options. She is forced into an Extreme Rules triple threat.
Good point, no favouritism shown whatsoever.
Doesn't have to be pinned to lose the championship.
Reigning championship, again, another good point there. This is going to be a very long night for Akane Matsuda. Mike Shitope, our senior official with the Women's Championship above his head, the richest prize in the women's division here in N.E.W. A triple threat, which will be a main event anywhere in the world. One of 2 here tonight. Both. The Empress squaring off with the Phantom. Those 2, of course, have had their history, but so has Lisa Chase.
No. All 3 of these women.
I think it's fair to say that Akane Matsuda does not have many friends in this match. What a sling blade by the Phantom.
Yeah, certainly the odds are not in favour of the champion, but let's not forget she utilised that golden ticket, but not before her cohorts aided in distraction and after distraction in matches between Lisa Chase and the Phantom.
Good backdrop there by Lisa Chase. to the Phantom, who has been not been giving any give.
That's her catching her breath playing possum.
Any slack, shall I say, since she's been welcomed back into the fold. Oh! DDT there by Akane.
Oh,
what a kick.
Oh, and again to the back of the head.
Spinning heel kick, beautifully done there by the Phantom. Oh, needless to say, she has educated feet. Akane Mitsuda's going to have to be careful. The ring general, with that atomic bulldog trying to bring it back to her level on the mat, where she is undoubtedly the most comfortable.
Oh, look at this.
Out the three. Submission.
In a submission, but sees Lisa Chase is
Reverse
right
scissor
there.
lock, beautiful submission hold there by Akane Mitsuda. Lisa Chase seen it and broken up quickly. DDT by the Outlaw.
Again, Extreme Rules in effect here.
Let's just think as well, Erwin, if Lisa Chase managed to win here tonight, she would do something that no other woman has ever done in N.E.W. history and become a 5-time N.E.W. Women's Heavyweight Champion.
It'll be an incredible accomplishment for Lisa Chase. And of course, how phenomenal the Phantom's first run was. You can only imagine how incredible the second one could be.
I mean, she's first ballot as far as I'm concerned already, but if Lisa Chase wins here tonight, that cements her place in the N.E.W. Hall of Fame, no doubt about it.
And then in the same respect, a bit of teamwork here. Face first into the butt of that sledgehammer handle.
That unforgiving shaft. Right into the skull.
And then onto the actual top of the sledgehammer.
This could be all here. No! The Empress kicked out after one. That is staggering, considering you're absolutely right, Erwin. Lisa Chase just dropped her right onto the top of that sledgehammer.
Yeah, I think it hit the upper part of her spine somewhere, not landing pretty. It's going to leave a mark, that is for sure.
You would think by forward motion it would have been just below the neck. Not a good place to land on steel.
I can't believe if the women's champion can come out of this with the championship. She will certainly silence any doubters she has left. Exploder suplex.
Almost landed on Lisa Chase with that Exploder suplex. Lisa Chase trying to regain her senses, but the Phantom had enough to kick out on her own. Now it's Chase and Akane in the centre, trading blows. What a counter into the flapjack, right? Akane Mitsuda landing right into that kendo stick.
Face first into the implements of destruction that have been introduced into this matchup so far.
Diamond carry counter there by the Phantom, keeping it simple. Club to the chest there, kick to the midsection.
Brutal
the
kicks.
Phantom with those educated feet once again, just taking Chase apart piece by piece.
Assisted suplex there from the ropes. Chase though.
What a counter. Phantom there, literally landing on her feet, cat-like reflexes. Again with that single heel kick to Akane Mitsuda, and all of a sudden...
and a knee. Brutality everywhere. Again, this dynamics of a triple threat, there's always someone.
The partisan from Prague is all of a sudden looking like she's in the driving seat here, Erwin.
Akane Mitsuda in the corner. Could be looking, yes, for that handstand Hurricane Rana.
A staple of the women's division.
Snap German suplex.
I've seen that before from the Phantom that has won that women matches. Will she pin Lisa Chase, the most experienced woman in this matchup, to win the women's title?
So close to a second reign.
A sliver away, Lisa Chase using all that experience, all that heart to get her shoulder off the mat. What a German of her own, sending a receipt to the Phantom the only way she knows how. Akane breaking up the count before it could even get started. Mike Shatopa going to be a busy boy here tonight.
Another exploder suplex.
That is one of the most vicious suplexes I have ever seen. Akane Mitsuda there with the pin. This could be all. No!
And that's Whisker away.
Stealing my calls. Akane Mitsuda now attacking Lisa Chase with the armbar. Armbar locked in.
Stolen calls are already stolen. Matsuda now focusing on the Phantom as Lisa Chase drops out of the ring. Hurricane Rana. Some hard shots from Akane. Brings her back into the lead.
On the top rope goes the Phantom. Excuse me, goes the Phantom and Akane. Oh, what a Hurricane Rana off the top.
Akane soaking in the crowd's displeasure in that.
Akane Mitsuda loves to be hated. She knows she's doing her job properly.
Oh,
She's here to win championships, not friends. Single leg drop kick by Mitsuda.
Chase
is there again, just to pick up the pieces. Akane thinks she's got this one, and she turns around and she finds Chase exactly where Chase needed to be. Right in her face.
Oh, hang on. Bucklelegs.
Classic Lisa Chase.
Going for the pin.
Double axe handle breaks up the pin. Nope.
Phantom was waiting. Oh, beautiful counter from Chase. Managed to worm her way out.
It's counter versus counter versus counter heroing. It's which woman will slip up first.
Again, at some point fatigue will set in and the calls of the other woman will be slow to answer. I think that is the only way we're going to get a victor here. Of course, just as one is down, the other is getting up, as we see now. Akane Matsuda. Oh!
The competitors of this quality here, and it's going to come down to which one makes the first mistake. The Empress with the pin.
Ingenious there by Akane Matsuda, waiting for that superplex and trying to pin Lisa Chase, who's belly to belly slams a champ.
The classic belly to belly suplex.
Is that
Chase has
enough?
won titles with that maneuver.
No.
No. How close was
Close
that?
yet again.
Incredibly close by Lisa Chase to making history here. The first woman ever potentially to win 5 women's heavyweight championships in N.E.W. The Phantom's back in the ring. She breaks up the pin after 2 double axe handle. I'm not sure Akane would have got her shoulder up there. The champion is still down. Big drop kick there by the Phantom. Right now it looks like it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah, no,
Akane is still down. Was that drop kick enough? No.
Kick out by Akane Matsuda. Dodges another drop kick.
Yeah, Akane Mitsuda, thankfully, got a little bit of time to recuperate. Another exploder suplex going right back to what she knows.
Going for the pin.
Devastating suplexes. It's
That's
over.
it.
That's all she needed. One big move by the Empress means that she once again retains the Women's Heavyweight Championship. What a match.
An incredible defense there from Akane, choosing her spots but did not stay out of the action.
And let's just remember here that Akane Mitsuda had no idea who she was facing. We saw once again the Phantom rear her ugly head into Akane's psyche, and then we got the shock of the outlaw of Lisa Chase, but the Empress still reigns supreme in N.E.W's women's division. What a big victory this is for Akane Mitsuda.
Indeed, a good end of the night for the Empire of Pain. We take a short look back the last 2 months as we catch up to where we are now before our main event of the evening, a World Championship on the line in a steel cage match. Don't go anywhere.
primero. A lo nuevo. Vayan sin miedo. A lo nuevo. Vayan sin miedo. En las fronteras. Vayan sin miedo. Brinca primero. Vayan sin miedo. En esta vida, listos pa' otra salida. Gritos de gente que teme la muerte. Para otra vida, vaya sin miedo. Aquí está tu papi, ándale, vas primero. Vente conmigo, mijo. Vámonos. Stay away, wind up in the parking lot with a broken leg. That was just a warning, are you still here? Give me a second to finish up my beer. What? Don't fuck with us! What? Don't fuck with us! Don't fuck with us! What? Don't fuck with us! Now you're face to face with your fucking fear. Break the fucking bottle, see what I can sever. Hope I sever something good, I hope you bleed to death. Hate your fucking ass, you're gonna wind up dead. What? Don't fuck with us! What? Don't fuck with us! Don't fuck with us! What? Don't fuck with us! Now you're here with a cracked up head. I bet your ass you wish that you were dead. Don't fuck with us! Broken bottle in the back of your head. I hope you fucking bleed to death. Nobody could hear you but the toilet. I hope the bastards don't come and spoil it. I hope the bastards don't come, I hope they don't spoil it. I hope the bastards don't come, I hope they don't spoil it.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the World Championship.
Razor Parsons, the man who shocked the world when he arrived from Ronin Pro and pretty much immediately won a golden ticket. He's already had a world championship run to his name, and he may be the only man in N.E.W. history to gain 10 falls over Vega in one match and still lose. But tonight he gets a chance to set that record straight, Erwin. A chance to beat the monster.
He has worked his way back to a rematch with Vega after an incredible Iron Man match, as you just mentioned. He then had to win 5 more matches to get the rematch.
Hands down one of the most brutal matches I have ever witnessed. Ever had the pleasure of calling was the Iron Man match between Razor Parsons and Vega. I expect this one to be just as ugly, just as intense. These two men have little to no love for each other. Razor Parsons wants the world to roll around him, and Vega ain't quite ready for that just yet. What a match, what a main event this should be.
question is tonight, does Razor Parsons have the advantage, this being the third match of the night that Vega is going into?
That's a great point, Erwin. I mean, he is a monster and he is the marquee man of N.E.W, and whatever may happen tonight, he is still one half of the N.E.W Tag Team Championships, but 3 matches in one night is a big ask for anyone, even Vega.
Steel cage match.
That's the extra brutality, the extra element. I would call it the equaliser, quite frankly. I think Vega has had more steel cage matches in N.E.W than Razor Parsons has had matches, full stop.
There's no ringside assistance is ever really necessary for Vega, although it's often had. This match.
It's a show of support, damn it.
The champion once more makes his way to the ring. See the steel cage ready for lowering up above it.
I promise you one thing, Erwin, if Vega is hurting, he certainly won't show it. He can't be 100% after those 2 brutal matches. There is no way even Vega could be 100% after the 2 wars he has already taken part of in tonight. I mean, the only saving grace is he has had a little time to rest in between matches. But for the 3rd time tonight, Vega stands in the spotlight.
Yeah, no one can argue that the card wasn't booked appropriately. I mean, that is why we've had such a weird order of things to give those multi-combatants the time off in between matches as to reduce the chance of an injury here.
Well, we've seen Sonya Jackson already fall foul of that perfectly reasonable theory.
From New York, New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, Razor Parsons.
The enigmatic Razor Parsons certainly has a high opinion of himself.
The champion from Every Man's Nightmare,
Claims he will get that
weighing
title
in
back.
at 640 pounds, he is the world champion, Vader.
Vega, of course, trimming down to 640. Yes, you heard me right, trimming down in preparation for this matchup.
They've fought once before. It was an Iron Man situation. This time it's in a steel cage situation. World Championship on the line. Roy Hunter is going to step outside of the ring. We're standing by the door, making any counts and submission calls. He needs to.
I can't blame Roy one bit for that, to be totally honest, and this match is underway. Already a lot of personal feelings in this one by both competitors. It is no secret that these guys do not get on. Hard knee right across the face there to Parsons. This one's about as personal as it can get, Erwin, and in a steel cage. My money is still on Vega, despite the fact it's his 3rd match of the night. What a gut wrench.
He's exploded out the gate here. Going for a pin.
Only a 1 count. Razor Parsons, we know. We have already seen from this young man, he does not go down without a fight. And that speed, that lightning quick reactions from Parsons. Certainly his ace in the hole.
Yeah, how quickly he took Vega off his feet there.
He's going to be fresher, he's going to be quicker, there is no doubt about that. Vega is going to have to use every piece of his experience here tonight, Erwin.
Parsons still fighting on. Said he will get that championship back.
Razor Parsons has pretty much done everything he has set his mind to so far here in N.E.W. So we cannot discount the words he has spoken. Vega, however, more than holding his own, and perhaps now trying to climb the cage. A modern advantage this is for Vega if he can actually find a foothold, because he just simply has a less space to climb because of the sheer size of the guy. He is struggling to get to those footholds, of course, not designed for a man his size.
Yeah, a bit uncomfortable up on that top rope, I think. Oh, surely
this
not.
is tremendous strength by Razor Parsons. Electric chair drop, beautifully executed by Parsons.
Thought he was going to convert into the Wendove's Cry. The amount of times he managed to get up the strength to do that to Vega in that Iron Man match was... Oh!
Single-handed suplex there. When we talk about strength, Vega literally lifting up this guy with one arm.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Canadian facebuster.
That move has been favoured by Vega as of late.
No.
Well, a drop kick. Stumbled the big man, but did not knock him down. And the chorus of boos erupting around this arena. That hard knee right across the face of Parsons. Will it be enough?
No. Just a kick out.
Only just. That's 640 pounds lying on your chest there. At the best of times, and it's not going to be an easy thing to break out of.
Certainly not. I know all too well. Pain of having Vega literally lay on top of you.
You were fighting this guy when he was 700 pounds as well, so he's actually lighter now.
Razor Parsons just being thrown into the cage and caught between that and the ropes. Oh, hang on. Oh! Vega going face first into the turnbuckle.
Look at this.
Oh, but again, just turning things around in an instant.
Just tremendous strength again on show by the champion. This is why he is the marquee man of N.E.W, and this is why he's the first Grand Slam champion in N.E.W history, the second Canadian facebuster of the night. Vega just digs deep, he finds the place, he just keeps going.
Parsons was still trying to find a way to his feet. What's Vega got in mind here? Oh, hang on a second! He's just burst out of the cage!
What the hell does this mean? Does Parsons...
Well, Parsons hasn't hit the floor yet.
Parsons has not yet hit the floor, you're absolutely
That is how
right.
you escape the cage in the rule set, and Vega is looking to take full advantage of that.
Just step down, Vega.
No way!
It's done! Vega has retained the World Heavyweight Championship in the most extreme way possible. He threw Razor Parsons through a steel cage.